As a DM, you spend hours preparing your adventures while your players bring them to life. It's time to reward your great players with great inspiration. The Deck of Inspiration takes the 5e Inspiration rules mechanic and adds dramatic, game-changing boons to your campaign. Turn a regular hit into a critical. Bull rush through your enemies without provoking attacks. Use your reaction to smack a wizard's hands and interrupt their spell. These and many more are part of the Deck of Inspiration. Each deck contains 55 cards designed for 4 different level ranges: 1 through 4, 5 through 9, 10 through 15, and the epic level deck 16 to 20. Back this Kickstarter today to bring some inspiration to your game.
Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Quest and Chaos. We are playing Dungeons & Dragons tonight, Swords and Sages. We are still down a player for this week. Laura, we love you, we miss you, we can't wait to have you back, hopefully very soon. And yeah, welcome back to the game, everyone. We're gonna try to run through announcements quickly if people wouldn't interrupt me.
This is the most well-behaved we've ever been during a splash screen.
I know,
and
I'm
you
terrified.
still called us out.
I'm terrified.
Now we have to
The quieter we are, the sooner Dewey dies.
Fair point. All right, so before the stream started, we were at 66% of the tavern upkeep for the month. We would like to hit that goal by the end of the month. It helps to keep all of the lights on in this beautiful studio that we get to be in. Sir? It keeps all the lights on in this beautiful studio, and there are many ways that you can assist us. You can join the QNC Patreon, which is patreon.com/questandchaos. You can donate bits here on Twitch. You can subscribe on Twitch. You can also watch over on YouTube with your ad blocker turned off and, watch through a couple of 30-second ads. It's fine. It helps us out. If we hit 100% for this month, we will give away a D&D. We're going to give away a D&D 5e book. I'm just waiting for that to fall over. I really am. Yay.
There it is.
Thank you for lighting the top of my head.
Nice, he's doing the crawl back.
Just don't spill.
That's a throwback to...
Yeah, it is. Hi, James. Welcome back.
I was never gone.
It's like you were never here. Wait, come on. Shh, Dewey could die.
We were behaving so much.
You were. So let's just run through some quick friends of the show. First and foremost, of course, is our Birds of Paradise friend, run by Andrea of the Burbs. That is birdsofparadise.com. Go and check out the website. They have some beautiful Arizona-themed dice. There are some of the Kickstarter dice that are up there. Check them out. The Kickstarter dice they're on the move. We will see how things go. I've been keeping up on the updates from the Kickstarter for that, and I'm very excited. If you use our code at checkout, which is chaotic, you'll get 15% off of your order, and that'll give you a nice little chunk of change back, and you're letting Andrea know that you're there from us, and we appreciate that. Another friend of the show is Nord Games, which is nordgamesllc.com/3.html. Well done.
You should really do the slash with 3 fingers for the 3.
/3.html, and that is our affiliate link with them. If you use our code chaotic20 at checkout, you get 20% off. We get a bit of a kickback, and you are helping support a fantastic business while getting some money off. Everyone wins. I think they're working on a new Kickstarter or have something in process right now.
Lots of people are working on Kickstarters right now.
Of course they are.
Only fools.
They're only
Wow,
launching,
is
like,
that a
last-
great segue?
That is a fantastic segue. Thomas, why don't you tell us about the
What's a
Kickstarter going
Kickstarter?
on?
Ezra, you don't know what Kickstarters are? Your board game shelf begs to differ.
Yes, it does.
The Deck of Inspiration is a 5e accessory that we are publishing, and we are going to launch it. We're going to launch it on January 25th.
Slancha!
And you should go there, bit.ly/QNCDECK, to sign up, get notified on launch, so that we hit our funding goal on day one, because that would be amazing. We've got a bunch of stretch goals that we want to get. On the 27th, I'm going to be on the Nerdarchy live stream. So talking about Chaos Agents and the deck and all that kind of cool stuff.
Ooh, yeah, we were working a little bit on Chaos Agent stuff today before the stream. I'm very excited about it.
Can't believe you're using a mimic again.
You know, you hit certain notes over and over again. You know this. You've run Call of Cthulhu enough. There's certain
what
notes.
the audience wants.
Hold on. We have not hit Tavern Upkeep. No new voices.
We're not in the show
You
yet.
heard that on your villagers last week.
We are not in the show.
I'm here literally just to be the enforcer and shill for the Tavern Upkeep. That's the only reason they keep me around.
Now we need an all mimic.
Oh God.
All mimic bards.
Yes. What?
I'm busy
Oh,
that week.
like,
I don't know what
why.
week it is, but I'm busy.
I'm going to play a ladder.
You're all just mimics who have been pulled out of a coat of many things.
I'm a bard.
Awesome fun.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Right. So, before we get too far into the weeds, Patreon members get to award us cards from that very deck of inspiration, which is how we've been testing it out. Excellent segue there.
Next level, we're in the second deck.
Ooh.
I definitely don't have a second deck printed.
Well, we guess we better work on that, huh, buddy?
We're a stretch goal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hope we don't level up before the Kickstarter launches.
We probably won't.
We probably won't.
The way things are going, no.
We're gonna be level 4 forever, just like Frost Maiden. I'm having PTSD.
I'm having PTSD. We stayed at level 5 for 20 plus episodes.
right. I heard that story.
I'm not doing that to anyone else. It's okay.
The bard mimics a cover band.
So, I'm a CD case.
Right. I think I have cards that I can assign to games. I should look at what those are.
You
and
should.
do that.
Because I'm trying to find the ones, because I've been informed.
Rachel could do that.
I've been informed that we have extra cards that I didn't know about. So I'm having to find them real quick.
In fact, kind of looking over that, so Duke Fleeg has a deck of inspiration and did a shuffle and drew 4 cards.
Good for him.
Was Dangerous Oil any of them?
I mean,
Yes.
Dewey used
Yes.
Dangerous Oil last week.
No,
But that was-
Dawson used
yeah.
Dangerous Oil last week. On
He
Dewey.
wish he used Dangerous Oil.
I think we got another Dangerous Oil. Is that what I'm understanding?
Outstanding.
You know what? I don't see it in the chat because I can't see very well.
And you got the eye surgery and everything.
Not yet. Amy got the answer.
Owl's Wisdom for Swords and Sages from
Squeal.
No, from NGC.
Oh, I do see. Yes, you're right.
Was that over in the Discord?
Because Squeal had given us the Dangerous Oil previously.
Yes.
You know what? Pulling up the Discord here is probably a good idea because
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
there's
'cause-
inspiration awards over there.
In the
or
Discord.
everyone does it.
Yeah, Owl's Wisdom for Swords and Sages, Critical Strike for Frostmaiden, Quicker Thinking for Chaos Agents.
Yeah, so
There's
those
also
are the
Dangerous
ones.
Oil somewhere for Chaos Agents, I think.
Yeah, because we'll find use for it. I can almost
Do
guarantee.
you guys have swords in Chaos Agents? Because we've only got one sword
That's
in Swords
boring.
and Sages, which is still a little concerning.
I can't
to me.
speak for my character because I will tell you a little peek behind the curtain. My character is almost entirely a magic user.
All right, I have the
everyone?
4 cards if you need them. So, Guiding Light, Lock Trap, Owl's Wisdom, and Dangerous Oil.
Okay, so apparently there's only one Owl's Wisdom in the deck.
Correct.
Okay, so we also got one from NGC 457. So you guys have 2 effectively. So as Thomas said, Dangerous Oil, Guiding Light, Lock Trap, and Owl's Wisdom times 2.
Should we call ourselves Sticks and Sages? Because I have a stick.
I think it's Stabs and Sages.
I prefer suits and sages.
All right, so let's run into the bits real quick, and maybe we can actually get this game going pretty soon. So first and foremost,
Let's go to break.
1,000 bits from Omega Mercy 12 to have Thomas save face. Too late.
Thank you. Oh, that one curved.
That did it. You caught it anyway.
Why did you want me to say the word
Wanted.
face?
Save
Oh, okay.
face from my
It's gonna take more than that. More
My-
bits.
As like I said.
my uncomplimentary compliment earlier.
You know what's really surprising? How competent the people I hire are. Constantly shocks me.
You know, 1,000 bits from Omega Mercy 12 for me because, quote, chaos. Thank you.
End quote.
500 bits from Tamagotora for the Great Goose. Long may the honk be heard. Well, one of my delightful players brought in my prop. I have a friend.
That is a colossal goose about to enter the battlefield. You've seen that colossal red dragon?
Who
No,
says
that's
it's
Mila.
not to scale?
I mean, correct. 500 bits from Tamagotora for the making of poor decisions for the players. 500 bits from Tamagotora for the breaking of Tiana. Good luck. And 500 bits from Pixel Rose for Wu Ya to prank Dewey.
Oh, cool. Prank, bro, you're dead.
Laughing yet?
You have that area of effects spell now, don't you? Automatically fail dex saves.
Oh my god, whoa.
No,
you're
no.
dead, bro.
You can't area effect because then you'll get the head.
Oh, no, I can heal Harold.
Okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
With that same area of effect spell, I can heal Harold.
Yeah, Wither and
and
Bloom.
then kill Dewey.
Wither and Bloom is a pretty fantastic
That
spell.
is a perfect plan.
Hey, Thomas, you did bring your backup character, right? Okay.
Gordo suddenly walks in.
Why? There were sleep storms in the area.
Okay, sleep.
You can take over Laura Fear temporarily if you need to.
Those are some really big trees.
Meanwhile, let's head back to the Turgid Snake, as I was reminded the tavern was named.
So upset.
There was no snake behind that bar.
Someone's gonna be turgid if we don't finish this fight, though.
Lester, I believe you are wrong.
On that bombshell, join us as we explore Candlekeep, or try to get back to Candlekeep. We'll see.
When was the last time we explored Candlekeep?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Swords and Sages. We are rejoining the group in the middle of a battle because the battle went longer than I expected. Shocking. It's a D&D combat. They always do. So, quick recap from last week. When we last left our intrepid adventurers, there's an extra R sound in there. They had left the chalet of doom, gloom, and Shadowfell energy behind and started heading back toward Candlekeep by the more mundane routes. When Wuya had traveled this way before, it had taken him about a month and a half, but that was because he didn't know where he was going and he didn't know where he was going. So, he just sort of wandered. Just sort of wandered until he found it. But now they know they're about 2 weeks out from Candlekeep, taking the trade road down to the river that passes through Elturiel and through Baldur's Gate on the way back to Candlekeep.
It's what ruins the party barge, Baldur's Gate.
Probably. But at the moment, they are inside of a small village in a small village in the middle of a forest on solstice night, and it is a full moon. And everyone is a little bit tense before when they came in, and they realize, yes, there are creatures from the forest that attack every solstice, and it's worse on the nights of the full moon. So tonight is going to be particularly bad because, of course, it is. There's adventurers passing through. We rejoin our comrades in the midst of a battle. Let's see, what are some of the highlights? Lester used his bugs to eat someone behind the bar, very literally, feeding them to his patroness. All of the fighting NPCs have been named and not by me.
The three in the back have not been
Do
named.
we experience...
I said fighting. I said fighting.
fighting.
Yeah, do we experience some premature inspiration?
So some premature ice shooting.
There was a lot of bragging about
There was
being
bardic
the
inspiration
tank.
involved. Premature inspiration.
I'll give you that one. And as Sabachthani has found out by sticking her head out the door, the Woods have come to the tavern and are apparently
They
trying
tried.
to get in. And then, hellfire, like you do. Currently, we are at Dewey. Dewey is unconscious, as is... I'm sorry, what's the name of the NPC next to him?
Harold.
Harold, thank you.
Harold Two-Head something.
I don't remember. I don't remember his last name. I got 2 heads. That's all I know.
I will pull it up since apparently
his
I'm the
ri-
only person who can
the head is
multi-wield
held in a
devices
death
while
grip.
playing.
The only one I remember, his last name is Drunky McFarlane.
Which is this fellow over here.
Harold Two-Head Rollenberg.
Rolenberg.
Rollenberg!
I did not remember hearing
Yeah,
that on.
Drinkford, Drinky McFarlane,
Drinkford.
Harold Two-Head Rollenberg, and Chris Crossborough Jim are currently still standing, while Lester Nick Fallenberry and Sarah Cuzits Fantasy have unfortunately passed on.
There was a K in her name?
Oh no,
Well,
it's
Cease.
Sarah, because it's
Sarah.
fantasy.
It's fantasy.
I thought it's with a K because it's fantasy.
Ah, well, of course. Right, so we rejoin, and immediately, Dewey, I need you to make me a death saving throw, please.
I need a
You need some d20s for that, buddy.
18.
All right, that is 1 success. And would you turn on the music, please?
Dramatic events or combat?
I think
Combat.
we're still in combat.
Oops.
All right, and now I need to roll a death saving throw for Harold.
Harold!
He's the best of us.
It was Drinking McFarland. All right, that is an 11. He has passed his first death saving throw. Yeah, so what's the crossbowman's name?
Chris Crossbro Jim.
Chris Cross is gonna cross you up.
Why is he wearing overalls backwards?
I don't know why I'm here. Clearly, you guys can run all of this just fine.
If he were Christopher Cross, it would be adult contemporary. But he's younger than that.
Oh, okay, fair point, fair point. He's going to shoot one of the mephits that are on the other side.
No, Chris! Shoot the one in front of you!
Did we determine that the one in front of him is going to give him disadvantage?
He has disadvantage
Yes.
on everything.
Does he have a dagger?
No, he's got a short sword.
No, Dylan took all the daggers with
All I got is this crossbow, bro.
Crossbro Jim.
Yeah, this is my identity.
Everything about me is tied into this thing, all right?
If I have no crossbow, what am I?
He will go ahead and take a shot at
fodder.
I'm just a bro.
I'm just a bro. Bro?
Yeah, that's going to miss something fierce. It's gonna stick in the wall above it. Just ding. And let's see, Drinking McFarlane is going to start making his way over here. Making his way to take a whack at that mephit there.
Oh, I'll smack you little flaming thing.
He's gonna smack the death flames right onto Crossbow Man.
And then he rolled a nat 20.
And then I'll breathe fire from the explosion.
Just like gets drink and just like spews it right on the fire method.
My blood alcohol content is yes.
Oh boy.
Oh,
We're starting strong
early.
tonight, y'all.
Starting early
Drinky
on
started
this.
strong, okay?
Yeah, Drinky's the
He
real
got
deal.
out of bed strong.
That's what you get when you actually train for combat, unlike the rest of us nerds.
He's a monk drunken master. I don't even
fighter.
know it.
No one
Fighter,
calls me
he's got a
Drinky.
D10
Brawler.
HP.
Yeah.
Yes. So he's going to bring the bottle up and smash it down onto this mephit, and the mephit just like collapses into this puddle of lava. And he looks around very, yeah, did you see that? And then the mephit explodes,
There it is.
hitting both him and Crossboy,
Hoist on me own petard.
as you do.
I believe he also has what is it? Disadvantage against flame stuff, given how much alcohol there is around him.
No. This man breathes fire when he's had enough alcohol.
He's probably
I
pretty
almost-
flammable.
I almost want to give him advantage for that.
He's been drinking dwarven spirits for a long time.
You know,
I
after
see
a
all my
while.
stuff that
Apparently,
hurts.
when you're that much of an alcoholic, you become flame retardant.
Dwarven stuff is the only thing that makes me feel.
It just sunk so deep into your bones. Anyway, so Crossboy fails and Drinking McFarlane succeeds. So Crossbow Boy is just like swatting at him.
Dude, this is wood, bro.
Mahoney.
He's dropped his crossbow and is like patting out the flames on
Oh, he didn't drop
himself.
the crossbow.
He did in order to save it, to get it away from the flames.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Exactly.
Charlize!
His crossbow is named Charlize.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is now.
Okay, cool.
It's the only woman I've ever really loved.
Lester, you're up.
He is Mark.
I guess I see a Mephit, so I'll Eldritch Blast a Mephit.
All right.
Oh, I hope it doesn't explode all over Dewey.
Not close enough to do any damage to him.
The far one is.
Oh no, that's Harold on the ground.
That's not.
Oh, that's Harold?
That's
oh,
Harold.
no.
Yeah, Dewey fell away from the Mephits. Harold fell toward the Mephits.
I'm within healing distance from you if you wanted to, come up and stabilize me.
Oh, we do have fun.
We do. We have so much fun. But yes, both of those Mephits are within 5 feet of Harold, so he will fail a death saving throw if you succeed.
Oh, man. Poor Harold. You know what? Well, I don't know how much.
The only real moral quandary Ezra has ever been given at this table.
I don't want to kill poor Harold.
We finally found the
You
line,
can
everyone.
Eldritch Blast
We
do it.
finally
It's been
found the
moving
line.
along. It was the only choice I had.
You can't stack your temp HP, and you already have it.
Yeah. I will.
Hold your action, Mr. Moreover. I'll get Harold out of there.
Actually, I will delay with. I will Eldritch Blast any wooden thing that shows up in the doorway.
Okay. That is fair.
Glad I have high dex.
It's a piece with the head on it.
You're not wooden.
No, but I feel like having to dodge out of the way of that Eldritch Blast if it rolls poorly is a real thing.
That's fair. Speaking of whom, Sabachthani, you are up.
Sabachthani is going to scan around, see that there's an unconscious party member,
Harold!
look over at Wuya and give him a seriously, as he's been very loudly proclaiming that he has the healer's kit the whole time.
I'm getting to it. Handle what's outside.
It looks pretty handled for the time being.
I mean, can you see that thing?
What I would like to do is I would like to bonus action healing word Dewey.
Okay.
You misspelled Harold.
I did not. I give no craps about Harold. That is going to be 8 points. that
Very
Dewey
nice.
Pops up with.
Not 80.
No, I wish, but no. And then tell me if you will allow me to do this because it's a little.
Let's hear it.
I would like to take like one step out the doorway, see what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Which I assume I'm going to see another giant tree.
Yep. Which is why I put that there, because you are within line of
Yes,
sight if you
great.
stick your head out.
So I basically still have all my right?
Yep.
Cool. Let's live dangerously.
Oh, I like that.
I would
sentence.
like to. This is a bit of a technicality here, but it's what's gonna work. Tree's on fire. I would like to charge at the incoming tree, pulling out my hip flask, and I would like to then spatter the liquor from my hip flask across the burning tree to the base of the next one to try to get him also on fire.
This is the Purell method. I like it.
I can only use my burning hands once.
Correct.
So I'm making do with what I've got.
How much do you how much alcohol do you have in your flask currently?
I would.
After this trip.
Because I drank some to regain HP while we were back in the chateau, and I'm trying to think if she would have gotten it refilled at any point. We've been traveling for a couple of days. I probably had Tidwell refill it. Let's say I've got like 3/4 full.
Okay. Make
How
me.
flammable are mint juleps?
Oh no, I got him to bring me hard liquor.
I'm afraid I'm under strict orders.
I'm sure you can find some Everclear.
Yeah. Okay. Make me an attack roll using your dex, but not proficiency.
Okay. That is a natural 20
Nice.
for 23.
Nice.
Okay. So
I
here's
didn't
what.
think this was gonna work,
I
y'all. I
didn't
thought I
either.
was gonna do a suicide
Maybe
run,
we should
but
surgical
okay.
strike this too.
You want to be about there?
Well, who knows what the damage
Do you want to
Oh,
be
that's
closer?
true,
Do you want to
yeah.
be further away?
I want to
Do
be as
fire
close
damage.
as I need to be for to get it right. Like if I need to
You're
be,
gonna have to be pretty close.
Yeah, if I have to get right up on him, then I will do it.
All right.
I am trying to spread the fire. I'm flame resistant. I don't mind getting in the fire if I have to.
Fair.
I just want to make sure that he catches on fire. It's gonna be a lot easier to do with alcohol than a sword.
True. All right. So you come running up, drawing your hip flask out in kind of a crossbody move, and you're doing quick calculations, and then you just splash this clear, kind of sulfurous smelling liquid from the burning tree to the not burning tree, and it looks very, inasmuch as a tree can look surprised.
Great.
This tree looks very surprised, and then it looks down at its leg where flames are starting to lick up, and because this is very high content alcohol, thank you, you're not 20, it's catching fast. So roll me a d6, please.
Great. I would also like to remind you that I currently also appear to be on fire. I am wreathed in hell flames.
It's true.
Since I cast my burning hands. Just, for the aesthetic. That is a 3.
All right. Yeah, it definitely kind of staggers back a little bit, kind of reevaluated the situation because wisdom is relative human level. It has
Could she
self-preservation.
see that other token now?
Think about your life, think about your choices, maybe tell your friends to get.
Yes, you can.
It's another tree!
Thank you. So yeah, there's a lot of fire happening out here. Okay, so that was your movement, your action, and your bonus action.
Everything.
Well, yeah. What would you like to do?
Okay. We will see the situation at the current moment and see that Dewey is breathing once more. It's like, okay, see if this works. And he's going to start making Doctor Strange circle.
Okay. I saw your hand come up like this. I was like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? He did it!
Doctor Strange circle. And below Harold, it just a small light green ring starts to wreathe around him, and then the circle makes its completion. It becomes opaque, and we watch as Harold just drops through, and he reappears next to the group of 3.
Oh.
What spell is that?
Vortex warp.
Hey!
Nice.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And then I'm gonna stand in front of the methods, between them and Dewey.
10, 15, 20, thereabouts?
Yeah, that's almost all my movement.
That is, in fact, almost all your movement. You have 5 more.
Okay. You breathing yet?
Buddy?
I can use the sleep storm, I'll tell you that.
Okay. Maybe
No,
later.
no.
I can do it next round.
No.
You heard the boy.
Sleep.
It's his dying wish.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Not on us.
On the methods?
Yeah.
It is a thought. All right. Well, guys, is there anything else that you would like to do?
I think that's all I can do. Yeah, that's an action. That's bonus action. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. So up next is the trees, and the one in front of you. What's the box name?
I did actually say that out loud.
I know.
Just to clarify.
I have one choice. Grow.
I grow. I prosper.
It's going to make a wisdom saving throw against fear. Because it's now on fire with a flaming devil woman in front of it. It's not a happy camper, and it rolled not great, so it's going to actually turn and start running, still on fire.
Free fear effect! I love being a bard!
It's doing the stuntman on fire run.
Yes, and Suboxone, I'd like you to roll me 2d6s.
Needs a window to smash through.
That is 6 total.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it has used its action and its movement to get as far away from you as it can. You can take an attack of opportunity if you would like to.
I would love to take an attack of opportunity with my rapier as he leads me.
Go right ahead.
Because I might as well if I've got the option. That will miss.
Okay. All right. Let me see. This other one can see what's going on.
Just turn and point with the rapier.
And it just like it doesn't do quite as badly against that fear effect. But it definitely like backs up a little ways. And you can see it gesture to something back on this side of the building.
A tree gesture.
Does it look like more of a like nope or more of a like come here?
Do you speak tree sign language?
I'm very good at reading all manner of creatures.
Well,
You
and it
speak TSL?
does.
I speak a lot of languages. I might.
Throw the goose egg.
Well, it's the goose that's right over there. The colossal goose.
Anyway, you don't have to tell me, but like if there's any way for me to intuit anything out of the gesture, I would.
You are close enough to hear it say in common,
Oh, the talk too!
I'm starting to think this is like these are guys in tree suits. We would have gotten away with it.
You know, the Wicker Man remake was a terrible movie. You should stop trying every year.
These suits are made of polyester.
Why are they flammable?
I'm melting!
Nobody said fire.
You can't recapture the magic of the first time.
But as you see it round the corner, you hear it say, "Return to the forest, they have fire."
Great, I'll take it.
But the one on fire is returning.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm sure this will be out by then.
It's panicked. It has lost its sense of being able to read.
There's a lot of fire happening
honestly,
here.
we need to chase them down so they don't get to the forest.
Yes, well, and up next are the Mephits, and...
Was that like a thick booming voice that we could hear through the crushed
You
window?
couldn't... actually, yeah. With that window open, Dewey, Lester, and Wuya, you all heard that.
Okay.
Did the Mephits hear it?
The Mephits look concerned, but...
They're like, we like things on fire. Cool.
We are fire. This
This
fire
is now party.
if you are interested enough, roll me an insight check.
I'm not.
I genuinely did not think that would be the case, so...
Lester insight? That sounds like work.
All right,
Unless
so...
they can somehow blow up on Dewey.
Well, funny you should say that, because one of them got their fire breath back. So, this one
That
here
one's Stella.
is gonna open its mouth and Wuya, you are close enough to not only hear the click, but like see the burst of accelerant in the back of its throat. It's like watching a lighter.
Oh, that's how that works.
And then you get blasted in the
That's really
face.
cool. Ow.
Let me check something.
You might, because I'm prone.
You are prone. I don't remember what that does to dexterity saving throws.
I believe
What's the cone like for this?
Yeah, it's.
There's a cone right there.
Is it an auto fail or is it just disadvantage?
I think it's auto.
I think it's auto fail if you're prone.
Yeah, because I think
no.
it doesn't. It's not listed under the prone condition, but it's listed somewhere else.
No, that's incapacitated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because prone, it's your only movement is to crawl. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and an attack roll has advantage if the attacker's within 5 feet. You're prone, not incapacitated. You can roll.
Roll out of the way.
Roll.
Okay, that's fair.
Wow, this is some hardcore rules lawyering going on here.
I mean, if you would like to prove
You're the one who wants Dewey to die. Thomas is just trying to help.
Which one got it? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because so it is this one, and it got both of you pretty cleanly.
Does my body protect Dewey in any way, shape, or form?
No.
I'll see if I'll roll out of the way.
So both of you make me dexterity saving throws, please.
19.
12.
Okay.
Maybe, do you think 12 makes it?
No, I
No,
don't.
yeah.
Want to inspire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll second.
That's a D20.
Yes.
So anyway, so 12 plus
Oh, nice.
4.
16. That definitely.
All right, so the both of you succeed on your saving throw. Ooh, and you take 4 points of fire damage.
Oh, I'm very glad that would have
That would have
taken
been bad.
me down.
Taking you right back down. So that's that method. And the one that is here, Wuya, is going to take a slash at you.
Okay.
Even with your AC, a 7's not gonna do it. Nope. So it's a little thrown by everything that's going on. So it kind of like and misses horribly.
It's just upset. It heard things were on fire, but nothing's on fire here.
Seriously, like this whole building should be on.
Why are they lying to me? I heard they were on fire.
I don't know if I love or hate that voice. Dewey, it's your turn.
Oh, I will stand up.
All right, half your movement to stand up.
No, did I use my healing potion or do I have it?
I think you consumed
think you
one
used
that
it.
somebody else handed you the last time you drank one.
I think. Did you hand one to somebody else?
I don't know.
No,
I know you gave me one that I used.
I think I did use it because I was like, I wonder if it's greater healing.
Oh,
right.
yeah, you did.
So I will just ice blast one of those guys
Okay.
with whatever it's actually called.
Ray of Frost, perhaps?
Ray of Frost for 25 to hit.
25 will most certainly hit.
Speed is slowed. And 6 points of damage.
So as you fling your hand forward, still like you still have all the muck from the tavern and everyone's boots all the way down the side of your face and body. You're like still wibbling and singed and charred, and you stand up and you throw your hand forward for this ice blast. Which one are you aiming
The
at?
one that appears from where I am to be 10 feet away from Wuya.
The
The
one.
far one from
This
me.
one?
Yeah.
From here, it's on the diagonal
Okay.
to Wuya.
heat of battle, I thought it was away.
7.5. Damn it.
You hit it, and it like you watch all of the lava like cool super fast and crystallize. I would like you to please make me a D20 roll, just a straight D20 roll.
2.
Okay. So you
Ice shards go flying everywhere.
you watch the lava go crystalline all over this thing's body as it stops moving, and then the heat from inside of it explodes outward again. And Dewey, well, yeah, you need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
And I'm assuming the other method does or not?
Does it take damage?
It's immune to fire, man.
Ah. Nope.
Do you still have Bardic, by the way?
No, I used that.
Okay,
at
then,
one point.
only lesser has.
What did you roll?
I got a 5.
Okay. Then it. Ooh, 2d6. Okay.
Oh, I won't die.
That is 8 points of damage.
Cool.
Fire damage to you as this one explodes into non-existence. All right. It is the townsfolk's turn. Sorry, is there anything else you would like to do? Do you want to use any movement?
Yeah, move me towards the door.
15, you are in the doorway. Now you can see the trees that are on, well, at least one of the trees that are on fire.
All right.
All right, and now Harold is going to make another death saving throw. That is a fail.
And the useless townsfolk, please do something.
Wow.
Whew, buddy. Okay.
You three standing in the corner.
The three of them are going to combine the brain cells that they have, with two of them giving one of them the help action and try to do a medicine check to stabilize them.
Good.
That's how we're rolling with this.
Yeah.
Okay. With a 15, one of them like rips some pieces of clothing off, like a long sleeve and some pieces of the side of a dress, and start binding up the wounds. And he seems to be breathing better. He is stabilized.
Thank you.
That's not how you dress burns.
Regardless,
He's got a head wound. Tourniquet.
right here. It's the only way, man.
Those three secretly hate Harold.
We've been waiting for
Best
this.
of us, my house.
We've been waiting for this opportunity.
We accidentally helped the bad guys coup. Shit.
Whoops. Terrible, sorry.
Now I'm the mayor.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He scoops up his crossbow
As he goes, yeah.
I'm sorry, Charlize.
I'll never drop you again. Are you okay, honey?
Next round. Ah! Fire! So much fire everywhere.
All of the fire, every which way.
God, there's a lady on fire out here.
No, which way is the last place we were?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. But now being outside and seeing everything, well, seeing at least this part of what's going on, he's gonna start shooting at the fleeing tree. Because that's a sentence that you say in D&D.
I mean, you can't really shoot a tree in the back.
Can if it's running away from you.
Which way is the moss?
Yeah, honestly, this is one of my favorite bands from the 90s, Screaming Trees.
Yes. Successful hit.
Crossbow.
Good old crossbow.
Good old Charlize.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct. All right, so that is...
Charlize is nothing without
It's a
Chris.
+8 crossbow.
Interesting. Okay.
Just shoots off one of the arms.
Crossbow's just a 0-level commoner with a artifact crossbow.
I mean, as you do.
Don't let Dewey cast Detect Magic.
Oh look, Wuya can use crossbows.
Can you use a heavy crossbow?
I can learn.
We'll turn him into the turret.
Say I can use a heavy
regular
crossbow,
crossbow.
but my movement is now 10.
Yeah, it's just like... Guys, can we give me a horse?
No! No more horses!
Okay, I'm reloading.
Iris, make sure he doesn't give himself a hernia, please.
We just get the crank.
Did you give him a help action on that?
All right, that is the townsfolk. He's going to just move in this direction. He can't quite get all the way out the door. Lester.
How close can I get to out the door?
Do you want to use all your movement and your action to get out?
Not ideally.
Okay. So it is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can be in Dewey's space, basically, or we're next to him.
Nobody wants to be there.
I knew you'd say something like that.
Oh, but I can get to the window.
You can.
I will go to the window.
10, 15, 20. Yep. Just for fun, roll me an acrobatics check.
His pants are too tight.
If I'd known, I would have worn a different outfit. It's a
telling you.
10.
Living
Okay.
is not for fights.
You are able to get over the bar counter.
It's like the
not,
4th time I've jumped over that thing.
Yeah, but this is the first time that this is the first time that you've done it in a hurry without your patroness's boost, basically. But you are able to get over the bar. It's not particularly graceful, but you are able to get there without losing any movement. So you can see out the window, there's a tree running off in this direction, there's a tree that's on fire off in that direction.
You know, a good lesson, Wuya, on these is if one of the monsters has an individual miniature, always attack that monster.
Huh.
So I will witch bolt the fleeing tree.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack roll,
I
please.
don't believe you can reach with witch bolt.
Oh wait, you're right,
What's
30
the
feet.
distance?
You're right. No, well, I guess I'm an Eldritch Blast then. Don't have to mark off a spell that way.
One of two.
Whoa!
Speaking of two.
Well, I will zap the side of the building.
Yeah, there's a nice little char mark as it passes. Somehow you threaded that needle really nicely between the running away tree and the corner of the building, just skipping off the edge of the building as it goes.
I fear I tore the gusset in this suit. I have to check.
All right. Do you have any bonus actions you would like to do? All right, Sabathani, you are up.
So this is a question that I was already contemplating and I saw also got asked in chat, which is, since I have anointed my rapier with dangerous oil, can I light my rapier on fire?
Yes, but
Okay.
There goes the dangerous oil.
yes, if you use the dangerous oil to set your blade on fire, it will last. Where's the D4? Okay, yeah, it'll last one round, so you will get one flaming sword attack, basically.
Got it.
Flaming sword!
If you can run
I mean,
however many feet that is.
yeah, no, I mean, no, that just determines whether I was even going to try to do that or not. Then I'll go with my original plan, which is actually that I am going to dash after that tree because I want to get a visual. I want to try to get a visual around the side of the building to whoever he's talking to.
Okay.
And as I sweep by, I'm gonna do sort of that ballet dancer sort of like kick out into the dirt with my foot and like sweep it through to try to basically scuff cutting off the path of the fire so that the fire from these guys that I activated does not continue to spread.
Okay, roll me a dex check, please.
Sure.
Actually, you said very specifically ballet, so give me an acrobatics check.
Thank you. Using that dancer skill. Oh, not great. That was an 11.
30 to get there.
The
I'm
line
gonna
of
dash.
the line of fire still is.
35, 40.
45, 50, 55, 60.
Okay.
I want to
get that close.
I want to see around the corner. I'm not worried about getting close to him.
Well, you don't need to get that close
Okay.
to it to see the edge of a tree.
Great.
That is also, you can tell is kind of turning away, but if a tree could look confused.
I mean, I'm also banking on the fact that I am still breathed in hellfire. Mm-hmm. And so even though it is not actually damaging fire, like it will not do any damage, it is just the visual.
Sure.
I probably look scary. And, you know, they don't seem to be fans of the whole fire thing.
Shocking, I say. You were able, you noticed, to scuff enough dirt over the line of the alcohol, and also this is the middle of summer, and there's been enough rain recently that it wasn't. It was easy to destroy the line of fire because it is not like the middle of autumn.
Right,
Everything's
we're not
dry.
We're not in the middle of a dry cornfield in autumn.
Exactly.
Yeah, so-
So
Maybe
you
not
were
the
you
West
were.
Coast.
I've enjoyed this second tree. Just been like, we just got here. What's going on?
Where are we going? What's going on?
Why is that lady on fire?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Did I not go to a briefing?
No hugs! No hugs!
Yeah.
Bad touch.
That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna stand there. I've got my rapier at the ready, because if I don't light it on fire, I still have like I think 9 minutes and 42 seconds worth of magic in it or something.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, we do have another one, and you're the only one who can use it.
Does it say 10 minutes or 1 minute?
It says 10 minutes, which is 60 rounds of combat.
Although, yeah, I mean, I think the reason that I did that is if you're exploring a dungeon
Sure.
or something, you know, you might a small encounter
Oh,
here.
no, it fully
small
makes
encounter
sense.
there.
I'm just banking on the
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
that I have like at least 9 minutes left of this functioning.
That
in
is
time.
perfectly
So if I
fair.
have to stab trees, it's not my preference, but anyway.
I mean, it's a prototype book. And prototype furniture. You're just stabbing them before they're the furniture and the
we go.
books.
Anyway, yeah. No, I just wanted to get the visual and from here scan and see if it looks like there's anything else coming from the forest, anything watching from the forest.
Mm-hmm.
You know, is there like a turkey vulture circling overhead, spying or anything? You know, the turducken comes.
Roll me a perception check.
I hadn't thought about that. Odilla's really missing out on stabbing pre-furniture
Seriously.
and pre-books.
Passive 15.
Okay. With your passive, and tieflings have dark vision. Do I recall that correctly?
Yes.
All right. So with that and scanning around, looking around, you almost miss it because it's just on the edge of your dark vision. But as you're glancing up and looking back down, you catch out of the corner of your eye movement in the sky, and you look up again to see it. It's some sort of fowl.
Everything here is foul.
It's some sort of burb, and it looks light enough to stand off against the sky. Which
Enough
is
that
why
it
you saw
catches
it.
my eye against
Yeah.
the dark. Cool. I think that's it for my turn.
All right, Wooyah.
Cool. I will take 2 steps back.
Back here.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take an attack of opportunity on you because it has no reason not to. I need more than one.
I do miss
spring.
armor bag at this.
That's a good one.
In the
Oh,
box.
I'll just step away. Come see.
Yeah, it rolled not 20 on you.
Oof.
Something's gonna be on fire. I don't know what.
Oh, right. So that is 5 slashing damage on you.
Okay.
It's the saddest critical in history.
I know.
Ow. Witch bolt.
Oh God.
There is such a thing as point blank range.
Can I get an
Surrounded by the
inspiration?
I will second the heck out of that.
So that will be an 11 plus 3, 14.
14 hits.
Cool.
Did we determine 12 on the method tonight?
Don't remember.
I don't either. It was like a week ago.
Oh, 2 damage.
I just watched, but I wasn't paying attention because I knew I wasn't going to be fighting.
All right, so you do 2 points of damage on that.
Yep.
It is juddering. Oh, let me check something really quickly.
It starts to beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Resignedly just wait for it. Just like, come here.
Why am I fighting a red barrel?
Just make sure you're in my line of sight from the window.
You said 2 points of damage? Okay. Yeah, it's like shuddering in the way that, you know, a live creature will when you hit it with electricity. Shocking, I say.
Just like for flavor, he's gonna get a free hand ready and get like a stoppered of or a tube that he pops in a stoppered with and has a little needle on the end.
Okay. All right. So that is the end of your turn. It is now the tree's turns. This one is going to keep running.
Good.
Be effectively off the map.
120 feet.
This tree is on fire.
It's more than 120 feet, I think. I don't know how wide is this?
You know, that
Board.
would be nice to know.
There's about 50 or 60
This is
from where it was
80 to
placed.
here.
So 80 to here, so that
So
would
that's
be
like
what,
130.
130 at the end of the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the whole thing, I mean.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so it's probably like one.
oh yes. Yes, actually, roll me 2d6, please.
This tree is on fire.
I believe that's 4, but let me double check if my reroll counts.
Hey, buddy, you're going into the woods. Woods, you realize?
Where's the pond? I don't remember where the pond is.
This wouldn't count as a spell that I cast, would it?
No.
Okay. Then yes, 4 damage.
All right. It is still quite on fire. You can see it. You can see the fire over the building as
Oh, yeah.
it keeps going because it is turning into a bonfire.
Oh yeah, it's spreading up.
A running, creaky, screamy bonfire.
Head for the lake!
I'm sorry, that was ridiculously funny to me. Anyway,
Just because I speak common, you don't have to be a dick. Why am I on fire?
and this one's gonna look down at you. Did you actually say that? Head for the lake?
Yes, absolutely I did.
He's gonna look down at you. What are you doing here? You are not one of the village.
What are you doing here? You're not either.
We are of the woods. We belong.
Oh, is this some sort of territorial dispute or something? Is that what this is about? What's the moonlight got to do with it then?
The person who awakened me did not tell me that.
Oh, and where are they? Because I could use a chat with them.
And he just looks at you and then turns and keeps lumbering off.
So is that I should follow you then, or?
Stay away from the woods, soft one, if you want to live. And it's off in this direction, further off of the board.
I feel like that's an invitation to burn it down.
We'll just turn, look at the one over in the distance. You gonna answer my questions?
This one looks super.
I just got here!
As the scare, like, at this point too, I think Spockney, like, as she runs up, did that thing where she, like, ran her fingers through her hair, and so, like, her horns are now out, and her hair is, like, tucked, down, whatever. She's playing up the, like, how scary.
Hello, who
can
is
I
this
be?
lady?
And actually, this one looks at you. Interesting. Okay. So it settles back a little bit with that trees have when they're shifting in a high wind, and looks at you. You're a devil lady.
You're very observant.
It's like
I'm a tree.
just like we were awakened this night.
Well, if your awakener would like to have a civilized chat before we burn down the rest of the forest, they know where to find us now, don't they?
I will pass your words to my maker. And lumbers away.
They're just gonna wait till we leave and then take
Yeah.
the rest of the village.
No, they're just gonna wait till next solstice, which seems like not our problem.
All right, that is their turn, and now it is around to the Mephit.
Let's go.
Okay.
He pokes himself for 1 hit point to explode and flies at you. From hell's heart, I started thee.
Those things are not from
They
the hells.
became
At least
Wilbur
not from our
Gottfried.
end.
What's his name?
Killing me that this
Wilfred?
thing is still alive.
Gilbert.
These do not
We
have a
got
lot
it.
of hit points.
Wilfred Godfrey. It's like
not-
Wilford Brimley.
Diabetes! I gotta eat oatmeal. I don't know why.
This one is gonna come flying at your face, Wooya. Claws out and just like coming to slash at your face.
Just a sigh.
Kill me. Come on, kill me.
Is 12 going to hit you?
Nope.
Really? I need to update your AC on here.
Yeah, not the arm guards.
Bracers.
Yeah, what's your AC at now?
13.
12 wouldn't even hit me.
Really?
And I don't wear any armor.
Wow.
Accurate.
Dex.
Dex
I'm an
is a super
excellent
stat.
dancer.
It's like
So, yeah,
the
it-
acai berry of stats.
I almost.
So we're gonna go to break so I can beat the crap out of Tom.
I was gonna say, it's a good thing I only brought one stuffed goose, because that means that she has to choose which of us gets it thrown out.
I had to figure out how to spell acai berry.
AC with a weird thing
Yeah,
under
there's a
it.
squiggle.
AI.
The circumflex.
Thank you. Yes.
So yes, it comes flying up at you, trying to slash at your face, and you at the last second you just kind of juke your head to the side.
Why won't you kill me?
I just stare down at it.
I mean, it is flying at your eye level. I just don't have a riser thing.
I stare down at it.
Fair enough. Top of the lineup, doing.
Well, since there's just one thing there.
Like, if you explode when you die, is dying like your goal?
I am going to cast
Otherwise, why?
Sleep.
Just
Just so that I only hit
Yes.
the method.
Okay, that's what, a 20-foot.
Yeah.
Where are you going to put that so that you only hit the method?
20 feet of a point you choose. All creatures.
Go on.
So I'll just put it over here. So that
Okay.
it's like maybe over here.
5, 10.
Actually, is this?
I think that's 15
15.
determined, right? That is.
Close enough. Let me see it.
That's
Yeah.
10, actually. That's a. Oh, no, it's 20-foot
Yeah.
radius.
20 foot diameter.
Yeah, 20-foot diameter, I should say.
10 foot radius.
Statistics, not
All creatures
geometry.
within a 20 feet.
Yeah, that'll work.
point
All right.
here.
So yeah, if you stick it way back here in the corner, you should be fine to just hit the method. All right, roll me some d8s.
Why can I not see how many d8s I'm supposed to roll?
5d8.
I used it once on my Twilight Cleric and never again because it didn't land, and I got annoyed.
I just like that, everybody has a certain, spells or actions that they use enough that they've just got all the stat variants
10,
memorized, and that's really the one for this camp.
I've become very familiar with the sleep spell.
21.
All right, so how do you cast sleep? What does that look like for you?
He starts
A pinch
talking
of fine
about.
sand, a rose petal. No, yep, a pinch of fine sand and a rose petal.
Let me tell you about my family.
Let me tell you about being born in the Shadowfell and all of the weirdness that caused
Oh
in my
god, he's
life.
talking again.
And the Mephit drops out of the sky in front of you, Wuya. Fortunately, it was not up high enough to actually take fall damage. As funny as it would be for him to be essentially a water balloon full of lava.
I'm tired now.
Wait, but this means I can adopt it, right?
Oh no! Miss Moreover wants a companion. Quickly kill him!
I have all the companionship I need, and also these knuckleheads.
It's true. It's true.
I give Dewey a thumbs up.
I think
And then I'm gonna run out 30 feet to get around the building.
a flying bomb would be the perfect familiar for you.
Be very
So that's where you are.
appropriate.
All right.
Okay. So, with things settling down a little bit, I'm going to hand wave the end of that because I don't need to deal with the end of the method. Step back, use your action to finish Witch Bolt. Go ahead, roll me damage.
9.
Yeah, that's more than enough. It explodes and then settles into this cold pile of lava on the ground. The place is a wreck. The trees are still on fire outside. You can distantly hear the screaming of a wood as it returns to Burnham Wood on fire.
Why are there no lakes?
So there's a river nearby. You all wanted to go on the party boat, remember?
It's not that nearby.
It's like a week away.
Sabachthani will just walk up to the window that Lester is at as the last of the Hellfire flames die down, reach through, grab him by the shirt, smooch him real quick, and then be like, so there's probably a very angry druid that's gonna be showing up. We should probably leave.
Do they get a? I'll look at the three cowering in the corner. Actually, yeah, I'll look at the three cowering in the corner. Do they attack more than once usually?
No, usually not.
Well, I mean, I did sort of call them out. So, I mean, I did suggest that they might want to come talk, which I'm very good at.
Mrs. Moreover, do you have any more of that healing?
How bad are you, Sugar?
I'm pretty bad.
Oh, well,
knew that.
I'm like half a hit away from dying
Wait,
again.
first heal Harold.
Oh no, I'm getting to that, and I'm taking the essentially homemade syringe and infuse it with just enough necromantic ability, and I stab it straight into his shoulder.
I was waiting for you to do the Pulp Fiction thing.
Stab it into the other head.
No, that was gonna be for Dewey. For when he needs the little, after taking the cocaine.
What specifically are you doing?
Basically, since I took the healer feat, I get to heal people a shit ton with my healer's kit. If it's in the box. 4 plus 4, 8, and maximum number of hit dice.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
how much?
Probably one.
You didn't want to use that on me.
Sabachthani will back in. Dewey, come here, won't you, Sugar?
So, and then
It's over.
I prep another one and I stick one in myself.
As Dewey comes over, Sabachthani will reach over and like run her fingers through your hair, kind of like what she did when she was fixing it, and just be like, "I'm sure you'll be fine," and I'll cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on you.
Command, sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you can decide how Dewey feels about the physical touch, but in the process, he will get 10 hit points.
I'm thinking that if this thing is coming, I would like an hour. I'm gonna just sit and do nothing for
I
an
just
hour.
healed Nora the Miss Moreover. I healed myself for 11.
Well, you don't have to brag about it. You're the one who's getting all distracted with people we're never gonna see again.
Hey, I'm trying to make sure they're alive. Unfortunately, Lesternick, I did not realize they would. Or how did Lesternick?
To the bartender.
Oh, she was right behind the bar, and I'll
Oh
look
my
over the bar.
god!
Oh my god!
She has been burnt to a crisp.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I didn't
Guess
see
we'll have
any
to be
methods
serving
go back here.
ourselves.
That was where the wolf.
Oh, everyone be careful going outside. There is an egregious amount of things on fire out there.
Oh my. So, if they only attack once, I suggest we let whatever's going on in this town be this town's problem moving forward.
I mean, I'm perfectly okay with that. I just don't want a second wave coming looking for us specifically because we just so soundly whooped their asses.
I mean, if we get on a boat soon, they shouldn't be able to catch us.
Well, this only happens at the solstice.
Which is, really convenient.
It is curious. Druids. That makes sense, actually.
Oh yeah, we only do our magic when it's like the feeling and the seasons are right. Stupid.
So all that being said, I don't want to go walking in a forest.
Oh, no,
For
I
no
had no
reason.
intention of walking through a forest.
Especially when we've got a full bar. Can I get anyone a drink?
Dewey's gonna go in and go, I need an ale. And then he's gonna start a short rest. and
I'm gonna
hopefully he
need to
can-
see an ID.
As his hands start to turn to ice.
Oh, chill that drink. That's good, yeah. Yeah, Lester will start serving drinks.
Spockney's gonna do a quick little skulk through the village and just check and see, essentially, like, what's the state of the damage.
Okay.
Is there, are there any other active fights going on? She is not going to engage with them, probably. She wants to get the lay of the land of, has the bulk of it petered out? Is there still a massive fight happening on the other side of town?
The stables.
Yeah.
From the look of things, as you are skulking about the town, are you deliberately trying to be stealthy?
I think a little bit, because she did very blatantly call out this presumed druid, and so on the off chance that they do decide to show up to parley, I would like to have some degree of, sneaky advantage.
Okay.
On seeing them before they see me. So
Go ahead and
stealth.
roll some stealth for me, thank you.
Now I'm rolling good again. That's a 22.
Okay, so you are one with the shadows. You are comfortable with using light and darkness to your advantage.
You put yourself out.
Oh no, I put myself out before I kissed you. But no,
That's a sentence.
I'm very good at hiding in dark corners to keep an eye on things. It's what I do at parties.
As you're making your way through this village, and it's not a very large village, as you're getting the lay of the land, you get the sense, you see that the inn is the largest building in the village. There is damage on all of the buildings that were housing people, but it looks like the worst of the fighting is over. There are a few dead villagers that you see starting to be brought out of damaged houses. But there are more dead creatures than there are dead villagers, so that's something, I suppose.
How's the caravan?
Still intact. You make a pass through the stables where your merchant friends hold up to keep an eye on the horses. And do you greet them, or are you just are you just passing through?
They don't notice you with that roll.
It's entirely up to you whether or not they see you.
I think she will just sort of. Everyone all right?
Oh, goodness gracious, you startled us.
Oh, terribly sorry.
Heart attack and die.
Fortunately, these things don't seem to like horses, so I guess that's
No,
something.
horses on fire.
Their fears are the trees like horses pee on us.
We did see a couple of them two-headed dog things, but
Oh yeah, those were quite unpleasant.
and they gesture at some furry bodies lying near the stable door.
Well done. Right. So, you planning to stay the rest of the night, or are we leaving now?
From everything that we've seen, the times that we've been here, this should be it for the night. Hopefully.
Well, in that case, sleep well.
Yeah.
And we'll see you bright and early in the morning.
Entirely too early.
Oh no, as early as possible, I think, is the order of things, don't you?
Yes, which will be so early. We will see you in the morning. Well, there you. How did the inn hold up?
Few casualties, but more of them
One
than us.
casualty.
Be careful. 2 casualties. Less
There's only
freaking
one stone
Sarah.
reward.
We fared moderately well. Do be careful if you come out in front. I think there's gonna be a bonfire going for the rest of the night.
I'm not gonna ask. Not gonna ask. Have a good night, ma'am.
You as well? I will, once I've gotten the scope of things, I will just head back to the inn, refill my flask with a large amount of liquor.
Before you make it back to the inn, I would like you to make me a perception check, please.
Sure. We love perception checks.
Aren't they fun?
I think it's still my passive.
Okay.
Yeah, passive 15. I rolled a 14, so.
So with your stealth score, as you're moving through, you see it and it doesn't see you.
Oh.
There's a goose flying slow circles over the village, and it just seems to be marking everything.
Oh,
With its eyes, keeping track of things.
stuff's probably flammable.
Hang on, I have to check something.
I was talking with my friends. Ducks tend to pee and poop a lot, like consistently. So it could be marking.
Geese are pretty bad that way too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
They are lawn destroyers.
From the shadows, at risk of giving away my position, she's gonna try it anyway. She's gonna do just a little, like mimic a little goose call. Not in like a mocking way, like a genuine sort of like just see if it reacts.
That's appropriation.
Thaumaturgy.
Will you let me use thaumaturgy? I have it.
Does thaumaturgy do like a specific sound?
I can create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice within range, such as rumble thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. Can I just make a goose honk appear from like the corner, like opposite where I am, to see if it reacts?
You need minor illusion.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. I'll just trigger it.
All right. So, you trigger that, and its head immediately turns, and you can see, looking up at it, you can see a little bit of a glow to its eyes. Now whether that's the reflection of the fire that's not far below, or its own hideous, horrible nature, hard to say.
Goose Mancy.
Was it a sexy goose call?
No.
That's the only kind she knows.
I mean, look, if you think goose calls are sexy, then it was a sexy goose call. But, you know, I do a lot of things that I didn't intend to be sexy, and then the way you all react.
He's
Fair
15
enough.
and everything.
He's 16. We established this, sorta.
Okay. And then as it's looking in the direction, and its eyes glitter a bit in the light, its eyes move as if it's following a line that you can't quite see, but it seems to see that leads straight to you.
And does it look at me?
It looks you in the eye.
Just wave. The little finger wave.
The Babylon 5.
That's not a reference that I can speak to. So it's just, no, but I mean, but it, like, does it look like the same goose that we saw in Candlekeep?
I mean, a goose is a goose, maybe?
Oh, sure, they all look alike. Sure.
Yes, they do. They all look tasty.
Yeah. Way about it.
All right.
It's seen me.
It has seen you, and you get the impression of a lot of thought going on behind those beady eyes as it looks at you.
It's a pensive.
Are
doing
you,
math.
Are you the one who I should be talking to, or your master, or somebody else? Or should we just Move on and not come back.
She's yelling up to the sky at this point.
Basically, yeah. And it looks down at you and opens its beak, and I would like you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Sure.
Does anyone else hear my wife yelling?
I'm not yelling.
I mean, she's
I'm
usually
talking.
yelling at you.
6.
Okay.
It's a welcome change.
As this goose honk resonates through the entire village, you feel this horrific rage rise in you, and you are enraged for just a few seconds.
Cool. Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to do?
What is there a mechanical effect?
Mechanically, you have disadvantage on attacks against any target other than the goose until the goose's next turn. But whatever enraged means to you with Suboxone. Mechanically, not much. As far as what you want to do with it.
The goose just said, "Come at me, bro."
I think that the feeling surges through Suboxone, and she's looking at the goose, and what she feels is she feels the fire in her hands when she casts the burning hands that she has not used in 100 years, very deliberately, that she has not been able to use in 100 years. And just like kind of her entire body sort of flushes red for a moment as she thinks about what that means and everything that she gave up and everything that she refused to keep. And then she just pushes it all back down as the feeling subsides. And she just looks at the goose and sort of nods and is going to continue back to the inn quickly.
And the goose flies off in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And you get the very strong impression that you just got a warning shot.
Noted. Head back to the inn. Do not talk to anyone. Go find whatever liquor is on the top shelf, the bottom shelf, any shelf.
I saved you a bottle of Everclear, my love.
Thank you.
Now, you say the crossbow's name is Charlize?
Yeah, man.
And Suboxone is gonna take the bottle and just immediately just fully retreat upstairs. Not talk to anyone, not check in to anyone, just bail.
What are we doing with that?
Pointing at.
The massive crater in the floor where
Yeah, there's now 3. One of the tables is completely burnt, and 2 of the tables are burnt like down with a divot of lava in them, and the floor has a very similar.
Sounds like you're opening a hot pot restaurant.
Yeah, I'm not good with carpentry. I'm gonna go check on other people, and I'm gonna go outside and trot and see if there's anybody who needs medical assistance.
Okay. As you're coming out, villagers are converging on the 2 burning trees to start putting the fire out. There's a bucket chain starting from the well to the 2 burning trees. There are some wounded people being brought to the inn, since it is the largest area to sort of lay everything out, see what all the problems are, get some good light going on. So they're all coming to you.
Okay, and as I see them coming in, I'm like, okay, Drinkford, if you could like clear that table off and clear some of these benches, we just gotta get like enough room for people to be laid across. Yeah.
He looks at you for a second with kind of that, who is this kid and why is he giving me orders? And then just sort of shrugs and goes, well, no one else has figured anything out, so sure, why not? Starts wrangles a couple other villagers to start moving tables around.
A little too close, spread those out a bit, thank you. Okay, yeah, we can bring them in, and just like start directing.
Start setting up a triage.
And it's just that kind of a night that no one questions you. They do give you some really funny looks, but part of their brain is like, well, maybe it's a halfling. And part of their brain is like, well, he seems to know what he's doing. Sure, let's go with it.
We've seen weirder things tonight. This is fine, honestly, on the scale.
I go up to the 3. Which one of you 3 is best at math?
They all point at one fellow who's like, oh,
All right, Poindexter, you own an inn now. Congratulations.
I don't think that's quite how that works, sir.
Well, this inn is in need of new ownership.
What happened to Sarah?
A victim of the attack.
Poor girl.
It was a shame. So close to a wedding.
Yes, her fiance is going to be just shattered. Well, we'll figure that out in the morning. I'm not.
I have to go upstairs, excuse me.
Yes, please, of course.
But one of you start serving drinks.
And Drinkford actually is like, oh no, don't worry.
It's the part I was born to play.
I got this.
One for me, one for you.
You can have your drink when you move the table in the correct position.
I'm gonna go investigate Sarah.
Okay. Make me a medicine check. Medicine or investigation, whichever is better for you.
Investigation.
Okay.
18.
Okay. Looking at her body, crouching behind the bar where not a whole lot of other people can really see you at the moment. Her body is burned. You can see that. But as you gently lift a piece of her clothing aside and clinically examine her body, you can see what looks like thousands of tiny little holes that pierce her body through. She looks like it was hard to see until you got up close because they're so small, but this close it looks like very tiny Swiss cheese holes.
That's. Hey, Book. I'm gonna draw something.
Okay.
And I start just kind of drawing a little bit. That's so weird. And then I'm gonna go and look at the other dead creatures. Mm-hmm. And see if they have similar wounds or if they're.
Roll me an investigation check.
So the mephits exploded. Are the demon dogs still here?
Yes, there are still piles of fur that are being hauled out in various directions.
Thrown into bonfires.
Yeah, they are around. But make me that investigation check with advantage because you're looking for something very specific.
24.
Okay. None of these other bodies have similar marks on them.
Okay. And even the other NPC.
Lester Nick.
Lester Nick doesn't.
Lester Nick does not.
Okay.
I believe he died by
Fire breath.
Yeah, fire breath from the method.
Yeah. He's just crispy.
Make me a nature check.
22.
Good Lord.
Dice are going.
Dice are in your favor tonight. Looking at the holes in Sarah's body again, you look at them and you're trying to think what could make something like this. And what springs to mind is a piece of wood gnawed through by termites.
Insects. I've seen beetles before, right?
Oh yes.
You use
I make
beetles?
the cloud. My
Cloud of
dagger
daggers
thing.
that
Yeah.
was here.
Yeah,
Cloud of beetles.
Cloud of beetles.
One of the things went through that cloud of beetles.
Yeah, one of the wolves is really chewed up.
Chewed up, but not in the same way.
Okay.
They are much larger holes because the beetles are actually yay
It's
big.
more like cuts.
It's more like daggers.
Yeah.
And it wasn't mostly devoured.
That too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Sarah's mostly skeleton.
So clearly eaten alive by some insects.
That's a excellent way of looking at all of the pieces. The fire happened after she died.
Okay. And then I'll just sit at the bar, keep going to my short rest.
All right.
I'm gonna need that alcohol, thank you.
It's cold too.
And then just open one of the
It's ale.
just open one of the villagers' mouths. It's like, drink it, okay? We're gonna set it, okay?
Hydrate.
One too many lots.
Get it leg, right? Now put the fabric in. Okay, 3, 2.
Where was one?
That was one. The
Ah!
You're doing great. Okay, next one.
Can you make me 2 medicine checks at advantage, please?
Okay. Haha, that's 24 and 18.
Okay. So over the course of the next couple of hours, as you're working, there have been casualties tonight, more than you probably would have wanted. But everyone who came in here in some form of wounded or in pain, you have done a significant amount to help bring them back to a state of normalcy. So you're being very effective. Once the broken limbs heal, they will probably be not as good as new. They'll always have the weather bones, but close. You have done good work tonight.
Just like wipes the sweat. Haven't done one of those in a while. Okay.
Dewey just from across the room sitting there.
Cheers, will ya?
Yep. Like just waddles over, takes one of the takes one of his really shitty alcohol, just like pops it back, casts false life on himself. Cause you never know what's gonna happen tonight.
It's true.
For 5 temp.
Okay.
Not 50, 5.
I go up and I knock on the door. My love,
Yes, Angel?
are you well?
That is a very good question.
I couldn't help but notice the fire.
Lester, how much do you remember of what I used to do when we first met?
Very less than I should.
No, I mean, I made a point of trying not to do much of it around you. And, when I gave Mother my ultimatum, I couldn't do it anymore anyway, which was just fine by me. It seems that favor I asked for is, might be coming back to call. We're gonna have to talk about this.
Well, if we need to have another negotiation with your mother, then that's what we'll do.
Lester, what is your negotiation with my mother? I know you don't want to tell me whatever it is you and she came up with, but clearly there's something there, and I did not see that contract, so I don't know what you got yourself into.
I'm not the concern here. I wish to focus that on you, because this is not your choice. I made a choice. You have not.
I've made more choices than you know, Angel. Promise me something.
The world.
If Mother comes calling and asks you for something outside of whatever your deal is, you remind her that I'm the one who owes her. And if she tries to call that in on anyone else, that's a violation of our terms. Because I wouldn't put it past her to come for you or the boys.
I wouldn't let that happen, my love. You know that. We are in this together.
Forever.
Forever.
Why are you still dressed in that? That is a mess. Take those off so I can fix those.
Yes, ma'am.
Pull them in, close the door.
Never let it be said that I will not, that I will ever disagree when you say take off my clothes.
And as the depths of night begin to settle over this village, as they put out fires and heal the wounded, and
They attack again.
finally get some rest, we're gonna go to break.
We get
So-
a short rest.
Hey!
You can even, if you so choose, and I know this is a stretch, you can long rest.
We'll see when we get back.
Can the Moreovers long rest? We've never established the mechanics here.
It's the only way I do rest.
It's true.
You know, you've been around long enough at this point. It's
That's why hydration is so important.
It's true.
Especially with
Tidwell?
abstractly skin.
so
Sorry, you know what?
we
Before, because we
triggered the boy.
Oh, right.
The boy.
Yeah, because on Saturday, you glorious bastards were...
Just dumped bits on us.
So many bits.
So before we
we
go
tried
to
to use them and we couldn't.
I have to spell it right. Hashtag chaos. For a
Chaos.
chance to win anything from our merch store or a Nord Games deck of your choice.
And no, the goose is not in the merch store. The goose is mine.
We got flasks, we got mugs, we got shirts. Check it all out.
TwistedCast.com/merch. Anyway, enter hashtag
3. There's a 3 in
chaos.
there somewhere.
Hashtag chaos. And we're going to go to break. We'll be back as soon as 5 people can use 1 bathroom. We'll see y'all soon.
As a DM, you spend hours preparing your adventures while your players bring them to life. It's time to reward your great players with great inspiration. The Deck of Inspiration takes the 5e inspiration rules mechanic and adds dramatic, game-changing boons to your campaign. Turn a regular hit into a critical. Bull rush through your enemies without provoking attacks. Use your reaction to smack a wizard's hands and interrupt their spell. These and many more are part of the Deck of Inspiration. Each deck contains 55 cards designed for 4 different level ranges: 1 through 4, 5 through 9, 10 through 15, and the epic level deck 16 to 20. Back this Kickstarter today to bring some inspiration to your game.
Hey everyone, I wanted to take a moment and thank you for watching and supporting us. It's challenging to produce this content week after week, and your support really does make a difference. In fact, all of your support we call Tavern Upkeep. We have a monthly goal that we need to reach in order to maintain and to grow. We have currently set this at $1,500 per month. These funds go to purchasing and shipping giveaways, game and game accessories for us to use on the stream, and a portion of the rent here at the studio. We are asking you to help us reach that Tavern Upkeep goal every single month. There are many ways to contribute. The Patreon is the best bang for your buck. As a Patreon member, you are part of the Guild of the 5 E's with access to work-in-progress RPG supplements, the Patreon-only Discord channels, and a space to play in our Guild of the 5 E's D&D campaign. The higher-level patrons can even affect the outcomes of our streamed games by awarding players with cards from the Deck of Inspiration. Another way to support us is by donating bits during a live stream. For each 500 bits donated, an inspiration coin is granted to the players or the GM. There are various effects based on the game system, but in Call of Cthulhu, 1 inspiration coin is 1 reroll. On Dungeons & Dragons, a single coin can be used to add a d6 to any d20 roll, and 2 coins may be added to redeem for a random draw in the Deck of Inspiration. Subscribing on Twitch, whether it's a tiered subscription, a Prime, or a gift sub, helps us fill in the Tavern Upkeep. You get access to Twitch emotes, subscriber-only Discord channel, and a second entry into every on-stream giveaway. The last way to help us with our Tavern Upkeep goal might be the easiest. When you enjoy our content on YouTube, turn off the ad blocker. We put ads in every 30 minutes, so it's not too annoying, but that ad revenue really does add up. With all of that said, the most important thing we can ask of you is to join us live, on replays on YouTube, on podcast, on social media, and the Discord. We are grateful for every member of this community, and we would like to see it continue to grow. Tell your friends and share a link. Thank you.
The room was on fire, and it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
For once.
For once. Welcome back, everyone, as we are closing out the end of the fight for now, and dealing with the aftermath of perhaps a couple of things that have come to light. Welcome back to the show, everyone. So as a quick recap, they spent the first half of the show fighting, setting trees on fire and sending them back into the woods. That won't end poorly. Scaring 2 other trees into running back to their master, and then looking a goose in the eye and getting honked.
Is that what they're calling it these
Speaking
days?
of getting honked, last chance to enter #cast into the chat.
You play with the goose, you get the honk.
I can't enter on this one, so somebody's got to get in there and win it for me.
So, as everyone settles, Wuya, are you going to bed at any point?
After I guess like chilling with Dewey, I'll just be like, see, I don't quite understand why druids have this propensity to just do things based on the moon. Why? If you want to destroy a village, you destroy a village, but instead you wait until it's, oh, the solstice is here. It gives them time to prepare.
And you want to know what's interesting, too? Good druids, I don't think, wait to do good. They do good all the time.
And yet, I think it's a villain thing. Villains wait to do evil.
When it's convenient.
Or it's like really special or something. It's like, oh yes, I destroyed the village on the solstice.
My favorite thing is when the bad guy is like, let me tell you about my plans. And then they spend like 20 minutes about the plans. And I'm like, I wish I knew offensive spells right now, but I don't.
I wish I had, like, my vomit reach further than 30 feet. But you're like 60 feet flying up in the air.
Just blah, 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 blah. I'm a bad guy, blah, blah, blah.
If we ever meet a bad guy who starts doing that, first thing we do, we just shoot him with spells.
You have to teach me Witch Bolt.
We literally met that villain. He was your former apprentice, and we talked him down after he monologued at us.
Just like dust is coming down from above, and like you can hear the creaking
There
of the
hasn't been
ceiling.
any thumping for at least 30 seconds.
30 seconds, and I'm like, is
Well,
Mr. Moreover out of breath right now?
Kidwell's bringing drinks.
Oh, understood. Okay.
I want to say the
You
spin-off,
know how
Mr. Marauder.
meta conversations arouse me.
I know, Angel. Why do you think I'm participating in this one?
Just like see through the floorboard, see if I can cast sleep in that room.
You can try. I took no damage, bro.
Level 2.
Anyway, congrats, Duke Fleeg, on winning the giveaway.
Congratulations.
Wow.
And all you had to suffer through was that.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw it, Dewey, but I was able to open up a small portal.
What?
It was really quick.
When?
You were kind of not unconscious in the ground. You were coming back too, but I had to move Harold out of the way.
Oh.
Thanks for that.
Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, how's Denise doing? Looking at the other head.
You know, she's been better. But we'll get through this, won't we, dear?
Good. Hold on to that. You never know when it's gonna go away.
I've never let go.
But yeah, anyway, Portal Dewey. Do you trust him?
No, but no, I definitely don't. But I'm willing to go along with you.
Okay. I'll take a
You
step.
trust me? No, but I'll go along with it.
I'll make sure I have a good eye outside of the door frame since the door's no longer there, and I'll see Dewey, and I'll be like, okay, you ready?
Ready?
And then Dr. Strange circle, green circle envelops you, and then the portal just... and then you appear 90 feet outside of the door.
In a burning tree.
Why did I trust you? 90 feet is all the way off the map.
Ow!
Dewey! Over here!
You're in the forest.
He's like looking the other way, turns around.
That was awesome!
Okay, you can come back now! Okay, so I was trying to remember what it was like to shift between planes, right? So I was just trying to like break down that feeling, and I got something close.
Wow. Do you need a fork for this one?
No, it's just
Wax on.
Cool. Whoa, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
What do you call it?
I haven't found a good name for it yet, but if you allow me, Dewey's Dimension Door.
Whoa. It's like Dimension Door, but with my name in it.
Triple D.
Wait, what?
Not like that, love. They're down here.
Don't worry, it won't call Guy Fieri.
Who?
It was this really like fun traveling show up back in where I lived. It was called Diners, Drives, and Dies.
Dewey.
You couldn't have gone with
Dungeons?
Diners and Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons
right
and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons and Doppelgangers.
Yeah, Figieri.
Whoa, that's cool.
You're really trying to get the goose yeeted at you, aren't you?
It wasn't meant. That was not meant to be the stretch goal here.
I enjoy that Dewey now has a spell named after him that he does not know. That's how Bigby got his start.
You know, I don't know, because like Wu Ya's wonderful
Warping.
warping. Whoa. WWW.
Sorry, man.
That's a long break. Did Mr. Moreover throw out his back?
How do you think this works? You're 80 years old. Surely you've, had experiences before. Sometimes you have to take a respite before round 2.
But y'all are immortal beings. Why can't
Immortal does not mean everlasting stamina. Sometimes you have to take a break for a smoke and a drink and some dark conversation about your family matters.
I haven't heard Mr. Moreover speak. I think he needs to work on his cardio.
He won't be able to speak until I take it out of his mouth.
Oh.
So,
Can you send me 90 feet away again?
Because I was being
long
cheeky.
rest,
That was my last
right?
level 2 spell.
Oh.
I already did my wizard resting thing, arcane recovery,
Okay.
and I used it to just yeet you 90 feet.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking about a long rest.
I am too. I feel like their break is almost done, though.
I feel there was another house here, I think. I'm gonna go see if I can sleep there. I'm gonna go knock on the door.
The funniest part about this is the fact that all the Moreovers do at night is stand and like stomp on the floor rhythmically while winking at each
Think
other.
the buy in it?
Rolling the bowling ball across the floor.
It's like, whoa, what if we had Tidwell just sort of skitter? They're not going to know what that one's supposed to be at all.
He's an excellent clog dancer.
Oh, that's a good point.
So the house next to the inn is currently unoccupied. You get the impression that the people who live there are elsewhere at the moment, possibly dead, possibly injured in the inn. You can sleep there if you
Yeah,
like.
I'm gonna sleep over there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Hello, we're 2 children with lots of money.
Hallelujah! Hey, come with me.
The Emerald City?
The worst eminent domain case ever.
It's so nice to see them bonding. I was wondering when they're going to have a chance to share spell books.
I mean, Wuya, I'm fine with, but
What is your trouble with I mean, other than the fact that he's a literal child, what is your problem with
and
Dewey?
incredibly boring.
Look, some people need age and experience, and now he's gonna have some experiences since he's stuck with all the rest of us.
I'm trying to help him get into the advanced area so that he will be gone from our area.
Well, if we're all trying to get into the restricted area, won't we all continue to end up places together?
I'm not going in the Shadowfell to find his parents.
You already got us to the Shadowfell once, Angel.
Not for him.
No, that was sort of incidental. What were you trying to find in there?
Hold on.
So, yes, after all sorts of interesting discussions and taking over a house, all of you do get a long rest.
Cool. Are you operating like we can get 6 hours of sleep and like 2 hours of chill activity?
Sure.
I'm going to start.
That is how a long rest is defined.
I'm going to start copying a spell from the book that we got from the worst wizard ever.
Did you actually note down which spells?
Yes, they're all in shorthand that Amy can't read.
Oh, so Thomas wrote them.
You want to know what's interesting? Is that as a wizard, you learn 2 new spells every time you level up.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been doing that?
Nope. This is why I don't have any offensive spells. It's only the spells that
Have you never played a wizard before?
No, this is my first time.
To be fair, the only time that I've actually played a wizard was for the natural one-shot where we were all 10th level, and I had literally all of the spells because Bo was like, "You're a member of the Mage Nation, and you're one of the Frost Worms. You have every spell."
My level 16 wizard in another game keeps finding spell books from each individual casting school, so she now has 4 spell books that have every spell of level 7 and under for their respective schools.
Cool.
Someday I'll have time to copy them all into my spell book. Anyway.
Well, you had to make up for the druid who licked the science.
Yeah, I did. Sabathani doesn't have that problem. She's a bard. I get 4 spells, and I'm real cute.
What are spells?
I'll explain it in the morning.
So, yes, all of you get a long rest. Thomas, you are allowed to learn some new spells since...
You forgot.
Might not recommend things that do damage to
Do you have
folks
any
other than
level
your
2
party
spells?
I do.
How many... I can answer that question myself. I have your sheet open.
Oh, she should have 4. Well, I mean, like, if he chose level 2.
So I got one from the... Well, here, let me see. Because one of them is a innate ability, invisibility. Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe I did. Rope trick.
You've got a bunch of second.
Oh, no, that's...
I mean, you did do your on-screen level up last week.
Yeah.
I assumed you took some spells then.
That is a dangerous assumption.
Wouldn't D&D Beyond
Oh, wait,
do it
no,
automatically?
actually... No, maybe I have been.
I'm guessing D&D Beyond would, like, do it.
No, it doesn't, especially because wizards can
learn
spells.
Yeah,
like
not
crazy.
for wizards, unfortunately.
Actually, it looks like I have. Because I got Shatter and Rope Trick.
Okay.
Whew, we dodged a bullet there.
Is that all the level 2 spells you have?
Agonizer's Scorcher.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're good then.
Yep.
I mean, he has the correct number. It's just whether or not we ever use any of those spells.
That is, of course, the question. All right, so... all of you wake the next morning well before the crack of dawn as you hear the wagons starting to get pulled out of the stable, and the wagoneers are making no effort to be quiet as they get everything hitched up. Someone comes into the bar and starts making up quick breakfast things. The smell of scrambling eggs lures some of you out of bed.
I was gonna say, I'm really impressed that they didn't try to just sneak out without us waking up so that they didn't have to deal with our shenanigans anymore.
No, they like you guys well enough. You're
We're clearly useful.
You're a bit weird, but you're useful, and you're not weird enough to offset the usefulness.
It's what I strive for.
That is what I strive for every day as well.
Let's wake up. It's time to go. You can sleep in the wagon.
Oh, I'm invigorated. I feel no need for sleep.
Excellent. Let's go see if the boys have already awakened with the sizzling smell of bacon, or if we have to go figure out whichever house they decided to break into and sleep in. You think they're off gambling somewhere? Or just talking loudly about how much money they have?
I am profoundly disinterested.
Fair enough. Head downstairs, meet up with the rest of the traveling party.
Get some food.
Yeah, at that point, William would probably already be at the counter because it's 2 hours per spell with a normal wizard. So I've spent the past 2 hours copying the first half of a level 2 spell.
Oh, what are you drawing? Good Lord! Oh, what is that?
Those are words, sweetheart.
Ah! It like burns my eyes.
Yeah, but yeah, they're words.
Ugh. Not a fan.
This one says, "My name is Wuya, and this is my spell book. If found, please return to..." Why didn't he scratch that out? Candlekeep.
Oh, that's probably a good place to send it.
I consider reading is rather like running. Just because I can do it doesn't mean I choose to.
I mean, after not hearing you breathing last night at all...
I was only legally dead for 2 minutes.
Was it a full 2?
It was.
Losing my touch.
Chill touch.
Wah.
Spectral hand just like scratching.
Get your hand out of my camera.
Scratching Mr. Moore over his head.
Well, shall we set off and see if we can get back to Candlekeep with no further incidents?
It's potty barge time.
Oh, that's right. We have to pass through Baldur's Gate, don't we?
Ugh.
See, with your accent, it really just sounded like you said potty bar. And I really don't want to ride that.
I'm game.
Oh, jeez, it's mortal
Did
beings.
you not remember that anything you can think of, he's tried once?
So, the four of you, as you are congregating in the main inn area, one of the Wagoneers hands each of you basically like a bread bowl with
Chowder? Wow.
with scrambled eggs and bacon inside, and a little bit of gravy.
Is the baker around here?
I think the bacon died.
I believe he was baked.
Food for on the go. We're heading out.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. Do you need any help with the horses?
No, everything's hitched up where we're pretty much ready to go.
Excellent, then I'll come right out. If you were still working on it, I'd wait until you were done. I have a tendency to spook such creatures.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll sit with, I forgot the name I gave her already.
Liliana?
Liliana or Lorinel or something? Liliana?
I think it was Liliana because I remembered it being the same as...
Or Lyriana.
Lyriana. That was it. Lyriana.
Lyriana like lyrium. Okay. All right, so you all set out, and you are, as you are riding alongside the main part of the forest, because you're kind of cut into the forest and then are cutting back out to continue along the road. There's a kind of watchfulness about the forest as the morning fog hangs on all of the branches around you, and you don't hear anything besides the normal sounds of a wood, but you can feel the oppressiveness of something watching you.
Can I look for something watching?
Sure.
Passive 15. or where's perception? Or 14.
Okay. So looking around, you don't see anything specific. You catch more like flashes, little bits of light, a little bit of color here and there.
White feathers.
But nothing that is solid enough to be like, that is what's looking at us. It could be, for all you know, because you are not an outdoorsy person, could be any of the many birds that belong to a forest, as the forest is certainly waking up.
Flash of orange.
A little bit of red, flash of blue.
Oh, they are. It is a hydra goose. It's like Tia Goose.
Tia Goose.
Goosemat.
Goosemat. Very
Goosemat
nice.
is what you're looking for.
Goosemat. Very nice.
I do need to look up the stats for that one.
No, you don't.
I don't see
I
that.
really do.
No, you really don't.
There is a mini.
I know.
A lovely journey is had.
Yeah, you.
I would like to, at some point, Do you ever get off the wagon? You probably don't ever get off the wagon.
I prefer to stay on it.
That sounds like a personal question.
No, like when we stop for lunch and stuff, yeah.
Okay, I'll kind of work my way over.
I mean, technically, has Lester ever been on the
Yeah.
wagon? That's the better question, but yes.
Hey, Mr. Moreover.
Yes?
I got a question for you. I saw that like cloud of beetles by the door in the inn.
Yes.
That was neat. Do you have full control over your beetles? I mean, Tidwell definitely looks like you got full control over that guy.
You're meant to sir.
There are magnitudes of control. I can bring the beetles out. I can tell them where to go, but once they're there, I have very little control over them. For instance, were I to step into that cloud, they would devour me.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Wow.
I do not control Tidwell. Tidwell is happy to serve.
Oh. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Huh, okay. Do your beetles ever, like, do something you don't want them to do?
Yes, they do.
Like eat someone?
Why do you ask?
The innkeeper in the inn, she was devoured by insects before she was set aflame.
If, in the hypothetical, someone was able to summon a devouring cloud of insects at a moment's notice to devour innocent people, would you go up to that person and ask them about it?
I don't know. I don't have any offensive spells.
What are you trying to find out here, Dewey? Do you believe?
Well, I mean, like, there was like a battle and stuff. And did they just come forth and like, because you were surrounded by the magma things
And the wolves.
and the wolves, and I don't know.
It could be that some friendly fire might have damaged our friend the innkeeper. I was rather preoccupied by the snarling wolves coming at me.
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty chaotic in there. Things got kind of out of hand. I almost fired at that last mephit. No, I saw Wuya right there. I saw him. I was just gonna attack that thing.
I mean,
And then Gordo popped into my head. And I was like, oh, that's Sleep Storm.
who's Gordo?
He's the guy back in Candlekeep that Wuya and I kept putting asleep. So we were having a sleep battle?
A sleep battle?
That didn't kind
That sounds,
You know
if
what?
I didn't know who was involved, I'd be far more interested in that.
Lester, you alright? You've had a voluntary conversation with Dewey for like a full 10 minutes.
Every once in a while, the boy asks an interesting question.
Fair enough.
I feel like I could convince him on a nap battle would actually be worthwhile.
Are pillows involved?
No, I would think that, the person who naps the longest wins.
Oh, now I'm less interested again. Why do you ruin a good thing?
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. Anyway,
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to, son.
yeah, I hope I don't get eaten anytime soon. By beetles. And then Dewey walks away.
Okay. Dewey has no sense of self-preservation. Noted.
This is the second time he's walked up to the big bad and just... I have no offensive spells.
Yeah. And somehow it works out for him every time. I don't know how.
Because he's actually a kid and it's actually disarming.
It's actually a loophole in my contract that I might talk about in the after show.
Fair enough. All right, so you continue on without incident for the rest of this 10-day. At the end of the 10-day, you reach the river, and there's a small village that is built around the river. It is clearly a trading hub that takes things that are coming from Baldur's Gate, Ilturiel, up the river, up into the farm areas, and from the farm areas down to the actual cities. So it's a busy place. It's not very big, but every inch is packed with something going on, and the wagoneers fall right into the rhythm and start going around to the people that they hire for their barge to touch base with them and start getting supplies moved from the wagons onto the barges.
I'm really noticing this is much more a barge party than it is a party barge.
Do you think a potty barge has just holes in it? Because then it would just sink to the bottom.
No, actually, the whole point is you have one small drain.
I would like to look for
Thank you.
fastest. I like Spockany is going to actively ask around and try to find out basically like who runs the river the fastest.
Oh, okay.
Did the Kessel run? And
In 12 parsecs.
Is it time or is it distance? I don't care as long as you're faster than everyone else.
when you're so fast that distance gets folded into time.
Oh, he's very good at that.
Make me a persuasion check, please, as you start asking your way around the place. That was a comfortable, lovely clack.
Sometimes I get it right. 23.
Okay, so you start asking around. Have you rearranged your hair to hide your horns a little bit more?
Yeah, Harris and Victory rolls sort of vibe that kind of, so it's perfectly coiffed, not a strand out of place, but it does kind of hide the horns. The wings are sort of tucked back in that way where if you're not looking too closely, it kind of just looks like I've got my cape on my back.
Mm-hmm. And you are so charming that no one is looking closely for any anomalies or anything of that nature. So you ask around to some of the people who are the river runners, the river people. Yeah. And apparently they actually have contests for this sort of thing for who is the fastest on the run down the river. And
Perfect.
After some debate, because there was some question over last year's championship.
No.
I won Riverfest 1427.
But this last year's was under debate because he cheated. He used magic.
Oh.
No, we can't be having any cheating now, but that is to say, I and my companions are in great need of making up as much time as possible, so if you think you can do the job, well then, perhaps we should talk.
And you do get directed to a young woman, actually, who has it's not a big boat. But you look at this thing and it's like, yeah, no, this thing is probably pretty damn fast.
Excellent. I will just fully approach her and just be like, I'm sorry, I've heard a rumor that perhaps you are the fastest river runner here. And I'd like to put that rumor to the test if you're interested in taking on some passengers.
Well, good to know that word fame still works around here. I'm Jocelyn.
Jocelyn, pleasure. Sabachthani.
Sabachthani. That's a really pretty name.
Oh, thank you. My mother was very inventive.
You know, my mother was too, and she actually helped me put this boat together. Fastest boat on the river.
Oh, artificer?
Yeah, a little bit. Not like
dabbler.
Yeah, more of a dabbler than a true artificer, but does the work. And
it's all in the heart, not in the title.
It really is. And you're looking to head down the river. Where are you looking to head?
We're trying to get back to Candlekeep as quickly as possible.
Oh, you're going all the way. All right.
As far up the river as you'd be willing to take us. It's myself, my husband, and 2 traveling companions.
This lichen's really great for hernias. Sorry,
He's a very precocious child. I'm not even sure why he's here for this conversation, but he does tend to do that.
Well, little ones pop up out of nowhere, don't they?
What's that smell?
Do indeed.
It's this.
Ah, God! Oh,
Do you
God.
feel better?
No! God, it's...
I promise they are exactly as much of a handful as you think they are, but if I tell them to, they'll mostly behave.
It smells like Dewey's socks.
Why have you been sniffing his socks?
You haven't smelled them?
I don't actively go and smell them.
I will pay you so much money if you can get us out of here.
Well, Mr. Boxer, you're in luck. I'm the oldest of 8, and yeah, that sounds like my siblings. So let's get you all loaded up. Yeah, let's.
Wonderful. Everyone, I found our transit.
So is this a town or just or what is this?
It's not quite big enough to be a town, but also not small enough to be a village. It's somewhere in between the two. You get the sense that it's trying to build itself up to be like the hub city of where the trade road and the river meet. It's not quite there yet. It's working on it.
What's your stance on parties?
What kind of parties?
Barge parties.
Well, your lovely lady here said that y'all were looking to move fast.
We can move fast and party.
Excellent. As long as you know that I don't stop if someone gets tossed overboard.
Perfect.
Tell me more about that.
Well, you want fast, you're paying for fast.
I usually pay for slow.
I'm paying for fast. And I'll give you a bonus if you can get us there so fast that we don't need to stop in Baldur's Gate.
Oh, I will add to that bonus.
I hate Baldur's Gate.
I love you.
I am very, very much all right with that. What's the feeling on Oturiel?
If we have to.
Never been.
It's nice.
I know
It's nice
a good
enough.
tie guy there.
I need some ink and paper. So if that's...
I mean, if we just wait till...
I know.
Elturiel will have that sort of thing. And she looks you up and down. Magic sword?
Yeah. I've got that, skinny magic user look. Unlike my 8-year-old friend here, who's buff.
You look like my younger brother. He went off to study to be a wizard.
Yeah. He's really strong.
Excellent. You can help me load things then.
Dude,
We all looks at his riverweed.
I'm very confused about how much I just enjoyed something Dewey did.
Okay, 1 second, and just like ties it to his bag to start drying out.
oh, did you... What is that? What is that stuff? Yeah, what's that?
Oh, this is just some riverweed. It's really good for inflammation.
Do you get it in the river?
Yeah.
You get the inflammation if you don't get on this boat as quickly as humanly or inhumanly possible.
Okay.
Do you get riverweed in the river?
I was hoping someone would hit on that.
In the river, not along the river.
It's just like growing along.
So it's along the river, it's not in the river.
It's still in the river.
What time are you leaving?
15 minutes.
Excellent. I will be on your boat. I don't care if you wait for the rest.
I'm already like, is there a chaise lounge?
No, but there's a bit of a comfortable chair over there. It's usually in the shade.
Well, all right.
All right, kid, you gonna help me? Let's do this.
With my 3-foot frame, here we go.
Yep. And Jocelyn starts getting the little boat loaded up, and there is a moment where she has a smaller crate and sets it down not far away from Mr. Moreover, and then nudges it over with her foot and keeps walking.
Perfect.
And you look at it, and it's full of like 6 bottles of alcohol.
Dewey ritually casts as an action with book, Tensor's floating disc, puts his pack on it, and then walks on the boat as it just follows
With a
behind
small
him.
backpack
Just a small
on it.
backpack.
I'm so conflicted right now. It's very curious.
He's just happy he doesn't have to do what he usually does.
This is like when I was attracted to that demon.
Which one, Angel?
Well, normally it's devils,
I know.
but that Lemure,
Is the devil.
Yeah.
she was a demon in the sack, my boy.
There she was.
You were there?
Get on the boat and I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna swim behind the boat.
Keep that disc nearby in case you get tired and need to rest your arms.
You are not going to be able to swim fast enough, kid.
And with many, many horrible allusions to things that the Moreovers may or may not have done, we herd everybody onto the boat and get moving.
And that's when we
Please.
coined the term devil's food cake.
All right, everyone hold on. It's a bit of a rough start, but once we get moving, the pace stays about the same. And she disappears below the deck.
Is this like a paddle boat? What is it?
No, what it looks like is more like a two-leveled sailboat without the sail. And that strikes you as interesting because there is no obvious mean of locomotion.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay.
Everybody's doing
Yeah, I think I'm also I'm gonna assess that and be like, nah. I'm gonna also.
Gonna go downstairs and see what's the what.
And as you come downstairs, you see her opening the door to a small room. If you were modern, you'd think of it as like the engine room. But there's not an engine in there. There is a point where two bags, maybe water skins. They look like water skins are pointing out the back of the boat. And she glances back as she hears you coming in. Is like, oh, come to see the secrets.
Sure. Walk over and like, other than the water skins, are there any inscriptions, runes, any fun doodads that I can ascertain that are?
Not in the room itself, but the bags look like these water skins look magic.
Just decanters of endless water as propulsion. Nice.
We did that in Drought Wars the entire time.
The pineapple, the magnificent pineapple.
And then she looks at you, grins, and says, "Hold on to something." And reaches down and touches both of them and says, "Geyser." And the boat takes off.
Dewey was up on the front doing that.
The king of the wheel slides across the entire
Yeah.
deck to the back.
And as she's coming back up, Jocelyn just like reaches out, doesn't even look, and catches you by the back of your robe and puts you back on your feet. Like I said, a bit of a rough start, but now that we're going, the speed will stay pretty constant. So, and she goes and takes the wheel and starts guiding around other boats. There are people who are swearing at her in all kinds of languages.
Looking back at the wake. That's just
As she is, like, other boats are just like this. And it's like, well, champion 5 years running with this.
I see my intelligence was well served.
And she settles into guiding the boat down the river.
I'll take 11 minutes after we settled a bit to identify, just see what they are.
They are modified decanters of endless water, because normal decanters of endless water don't go for super long periods of time. Mm-hmm. These ones have been modified to basically operate as alternating engines. So one of them goes for like 20 minutes, and then the next one kicks on, and then they go back and forth like that.
Interesting. And is there any, is it just the bags, or is there, ley lines that, once this has had 20 minutes, this goes for 20 minutes?
Yeah, looking at it, it's actually a really neat little bit of magical and mechanism that's welded together in this. And when you're looking at it with magical vision, you can see to your eyes, it looks a little bit like inlaid water.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And he's going to open to the back of his spellbook and just sketch the things that are going on. Mm-hmm. Every 20 minutes, just seeing the cycle of it switching over. I'm like, oh, interesting. I'll cast it twice to like when I figure out that it switches over, just to see like the switching.
Yeah, and you can hear it because they're not very big, but you can hear it when one of them is going whoosh and the other one is quiet, and then it switches off and whoosh and whoosh and whoosh. This is why I let Bo do the Foley noises. That's not my thing.
I wonder if there's a way to modify this to work in lava. Could probably get Craig on that. His oldest daughter has been the science fair champion 7 years running at her school. Brilliant little girl.
7 years, so like she's won once.
No, she flunked several times. She's very good at science, but she can't spell.
Lester,
Third grade was the worst 4 years of her
Lester
life.
likes to degrade her. She's a senior. She's looking at going to study at Blackstaff Tower if she can get in.
She has hooves.
They're not hooves. It's not her fault that she got some of the, recessive orcish traits. Her mother was a model, you understand.
I love that woman.
You love a lot of women.
Every chance I get.
Goes back.
Lester is now wearing like resort wear. He's got like Bermuda shorts,
Yeah.
like tweed hat kind of thing.
Yeah, I lost his name.
Tidwell?
Tidwell. Tidwell did disappear and come back with a small stack of clothing for you.
He dresses me well.
All right, so it should take us about 5 days total, with a short stopover in El Turio.
Excellent.
Where is the shuffleboard course?
What you see is what you get, buddy. Sorry.
Sorry, Angel. I went for speed, not comfort. We'll have to vacation once we've resolved this little scenario that we find ourselves in.
Is there a buffet at least?
That's what Tidwell is for, I presume.
He's not so good with food, unless he's cooking.
He's done fine with the oatmeal.
Well, again, if he's cooking, he's all right, but...
There's a bit of a kitchen down below, if your man wants to have a look at it.
So, no limbo contest?
Afraid not, friend.
Well, I mean, you can always try and beat your best score.
So tell me, does the boat autopilot itself, or do you have to stay at the wheel at all times?
Well, once the engine down below is going, it shuts off, properly shuts off every 10 hours or so. Needs a bit of a cool down period.
So you will have some downtime then. I'd hate to think that we wouldn't get to enjoy any of your lovely company.
That would be a tragedy, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, no. I take a proper couple-hour break every 10 hours or so.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure the boys would be happy to keep an eye on things if you need to take a break.
That's very much appreciated, Miss Sabacco.
Of course.
I am terribly sorry. I did not catch all the rest of your names.
They're not important.
Well, this is Miss Moreover. This is Mr. Moreover. This is Mr. Moreover Jr., and I'm Wuya.
Why would you say that, old man?
As soon as we enter that introduction, Sabachthani is immediately locked on to see if she flags on the name Moreover.
Okay. Okay. She seems interested, but not like she's heard the name before.
Right.
Sabachthani, moreover. Nice name.
As I said, my mother was very creative.
Well, now you've seen some of the work that my mother did and that I followed up on.
Excellent. Well, perhaps we'll get out of your hair while you set a course.
All right. Well, I'll let you all know when we're stopping for a couple-hour break. There's some little places along the way, some orchards and stuff like that I like to stop at.
Certainly.
Excursions.
Wow. If you need me to steer, I will also need a box.
Duly noted. Duly noted, kid.
If you
And
need me to steer, we're already doomed.
I get the impression, Mr. Moreover, that if I need you to do much of anything, we're in the midst of some deep trouble.
Oh, there's a few things he's incredibly good at, but you'll know what they are.
I hope you will.
Well,
Battling monsters, he's really good at that. So,
well,
if we get attacked.
let's hope that we don't run across any of those. I'm usually fast enough to avoid them, but there's always something, isn't there?
I mean, he does have a dragon that is after him, so hopefully.
A dragon? Oh, tell me about that.
Gambling debt, you know how it is.
I do. There's a couple of areas I can't go back into. One of the reasons why I don't like Baldur's Gate.
Exactly.
I knew I liked you.
Yeah, won a couple things, lost a couple things, got caught cheating in a couple things.
How is it that people lose at Baldur's Gate? We made so much money.
Most, well,
Are you familiar with the blessing of Timora?
actually, you know how you win in Baldur's Gate is you cheat.
No, you leave.
You don't go.
As he looks over. Not that there's anything wrong with that, as long as the house loses.
Yeah, but if the house loses too many times, they catch wives real quick.
Except for when you're an 8-year-old kid.
Maybe that's the part that you shouldn't say out loud.
Actually, counting cards isn't cheating, is it? No.
Depends
Depends on
on
who
who
you
you ask.
ask.
Well, I mean, you're just smarter than everyone else, so what's the problem?
Some people don't like being shown up.
Well, then they should show up.
Yeah.
Remind me to write to my lister and let her know that these two are on the banned list.
She's a really nice lady.
She's lovely, and we'll probably save your life by not letting you gamble in her establishment again.
Fine, we'll go to just some shadier other establishment.
Oh yes, please do. It's much easier to survive those places because there's far fewer rules. And also, Bashaba looks kindly on tricksters.
There are some guys who get real pissed about the cheating thing. So, just try to avoid those areas.
Dragons also. Especially lawful good dragons.
Don't gamble with dragons that know math. I've said this before.
I'm pretty sure counting to 5 is not math, it's just common sense.
Depends on who you ask.
Well, the problem is counting to 5, right? Because when 5 aces show up...
I do not recommend playing cards with anyone on this boat.
No.
I was shocked that the dragon cheated like that.
Oh.
Especially the lawful good dragon.
And we spent 5 days running this conversation into the ground.
Pretty much. So after the first 2 days, you do reach El Turiel, and she says, "All right, we're gonna be here for. Is 5 hours a short enough time for them not to get in trouble?
No, but we'll take what we need.
Because I don't need a whole lot here.
They can get in trouble in 5 minutes, so don't you worry about that. Just, remember who's paying your bill.
Got it.
Thank you.
Yes, I have some supplies that I need to pick up. I was meeting up with someone here anyway to transport things further down the river, and it sounded like y'all want to do some shopping here, so have fun.
So since we've got this 5-hour layover, is there anything you recommend? Anything we should see? Any food we should eat?
Anywhere that we shouldn't go, which will guarantee that we will immediately proceed there post-haste.
Try to avoid the general training grounds of the Hell Riders.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine.
They're nice enough people, but they get a little... Yeah, fair enough. They get very serious and tend to not take kindly to jests.
Oh, yes.
Any possibility of fun books?
Oh, yeah, this is a pretty magical town, actually. So if you look around, I'm sure you can find something.
Pretty magical town.
One short day.
El Turiel. It's a pretty magical town.
Get out.
Whoa, Crisscross Bow Jim, when did you come down the river?
Take me with you, bro. I felt so alive.
Oh dear.
So-
Clingy.
I'm gonna go find a magic shop.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for books. And then, is there any restaurants you recommend?
Most of the places that I go to are down here along the dock. If you want something that's filling and doesn't come with too many daggers attached to it, there's a couple places down here. Or if you want something that's a little more upscale, there's a couple people you can ask.
Have you ever had iced cream? There's a shop next to my Thai guy that takes, through the use of really an irresponsible amount of magic.
And I just shoot my cold spell just across the front of. Just.
And they flavor the ice so that you taste the ice and it's like you're eating a watermelon.
Whoa.
Yeah. Come on, let me buy you an ice cream.
Cool! Okay.
And
we
a
do-
tie. You could really use
I don't think it would go with the robe. I don't have any collars going on.
maybe a bolo tie. I wouldn't do that to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh,
Dewey, on the other hand, probably owns a bolo tie.
sorry. Okay, but then after that, I do have to go look for, I have to go see if there's any cool books.
All right, so are you traveling as a group or are you splitting up for the
getting
shopping
ice cream.
episode?
We're going to my Thai guy and ice cream.
All right. How about doing Sabachthani? What are you two up to? Are you going with them or are you splitting off somewhere else?
Our ice cream
I just need to buy
always
some
melts.
ink and paper.
All right. You aren't able to find a magic shop down in the Dock District, but up in the High City, you get directed to a couple places that provide wizarding supplies of that nature. It's not just inks and papers; it's all of the things that you would need for a component pouch, just all sorts of fun little doodads. You could probably get lost in there.
So I'm just gonna buy some ink and paper so I can transcribe spells.
Okay. How much would you like to buy?
50 gold worth.
Okay. I'm leaving it up to you to keep track of that.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna ask, hey, do you guys have like tuning forks to different planes?
Oh.
You know, I
Son
want
of
to.
a
I kind of want
effective.
to. I don't want to travel.
Oh, sure, they're in the other case right over there.
Young man, I do not think you have enough gold to be asking that kind of question.
No, I bought 50 gold worth of ink. But if you did have them or know where I could get one, I could get some gold and then get one and then go on a trip.
It's in the adults only section. Let's find a curtain over there. You know, you're not allowed in there.
I don't even know if they sell them. I mean, somebody has to make them. I mean, how would you even do that? Do you have to talk to somebody on the other plane to have one created on the plane? And then, like, I don't even
I love
understand.
the idea that this is just all
Yeah,
happening.
you know, it's not gonna,
Like out loud.
it's not gonna say, look, kid, I just
process.
sell this stuff here. You know, that's
Right. So
the ink. Then you're gonna buy the ink, right?
generally the way that these tuning forks work is that someone who has been to one of those planes will sell the tuning fork to that plane. There are some people, incredibly hard to find, who have been to multiple planes and have a collection from across the wheel of the planes. And they tend to go for literally thousands of gold pieces.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate probably would have something like that, right? There's that one magic shop. It's over in the east side.
If someone in Baldur's Gate had access to that kind of magic, they wouldn't be in Baldur's Gate anymore.
Hey-o.
But they can leave Baldur's Gate and go anywhere. They could go to here. They could come here.
Kid, do you know what a theocracy is?
Nope.
Right, the city is one.
Okay.
It's
Does that mean they don't let people from Baldur's Gate in?
It means that people from Baldur's Gate tend to not be very comfortable here. This place is a land of. This is a city of laws. This is a city that is under the control of the churches.
Interesting. I mean, we walked around Baldur's Gate saying how much money we had, and we didn't get attacked at all.
Probably because they recognized it would be a very poor idea and probably a trap.
Oh my God! It was totally a trap. It was totally a trap. Oh.
They're not stupid. They have to survive.
All right, well, I'll have to be not so rich to be robbed next time. Oh, it's so confusing. Okay, I'll take the ink and go.
Right. Good luck with your travels, kid. I hope that you don't get snapped in half along the way.
They only have wine in this entire town. Only wine.
And interestingly, taverns and inns are not allowed to sell alcohol. It's only taverns.
Oh God.
We're in Vermont. There's a state liquor store.
Pretty much.
Salt Lake
Yeah,
City, all the
actually.
beer's watered down.
Only wine? Who drinks wine?
And that's definitely not 5 ounces.
That's where they get you.
Yeah, I can see it's 3.7.
You have to buy. If you wish to buy wine in this town, you have to tithe to whichever ridiculous god they believe in. No offense, sir. I'm sure he's a very nice god.
Thanks.
But this ice cream is fantastic. So here, you can watch them make it. They've got some sort of artificer's magic that creates soft ice. Like it's almost like they're making snowballs. But then the flavor is infused and there's a creaminess to it that it's wonderful.
What flavor do you get?
Well, they've got almost any kind of fruit you can imagine. I am partial to watermelon or cherry myself.
Do you have pineapple?
I think we do, yeah. Let me check.
Okay, pineapple and
Where that
rose.
voice came
Do you have
from.
rose? Do you have rose?
Ooh, that's a bit high price there, kiddo.
He's good.
All right. Well, let me check that for you.
Get the boy what he wants.
And she totters back and comes back out with, yes. A lot of roses go into making this. And it scoops you out some of the soft ice cream.
Oh, thank you.
It's really more like gelato.
Do you have like a small cup? Just like a really tiny cup.
Yes?
It doesn't have to be filled with anything, but I could just get a small cup.
All right. And she turns and retrieves a small porcelain cup.
It's okay. It's not gonna come back. Okay, thank you. How much?
I'm just desperately curious what you want that for.
Miriam, you remember that absinthe flavor that you made? We don't talk about it much. It's Tidwell's favorite. Would you put me up a little bit for him?
I got you.
You're too kind.
Don't you worry, Les. I got you. And
Such a holy city. You would think they would be more distraught about the floating, talking beetle with a bow tie.
Well, Tidwell is, he stays scarce around these parts. And, some religions are remarkably open-minded, as long as whatever sort of perversion you prefer aligns with their beliefs. For instance, you worship a fire god, lighting people on fire seems like just the thing to do. That's why I prefer love gods. Now that's a theocracy I can get behind. Or in front of. Or between. Really. Under.
Over.
Around.
Through.
Sabachthani is going to let everybody else go off on their errands, and then she is going to go to a tavern that she is familiar with, and basically do the equivalent of like slipping a calling card to the bartender to let him know that she is there, in hopes of connecting with any other agents of Avernus or Dispater who might be in the area.
okay. And as you're waiting, Elturiel is not super comfortable for you.
I do not like being here.
But you can enter, unlike a lot of your family.
Yep.
And the reason for why more evil creatures have a lot of difficulty is the second sun, called the Companion, that hovers over the High Hall. Every area of Altariel is bathed in warm daylight all of the time that it shines. And it's a little bit less uncomfortable for you. You can just like brush it off as like muscle pain or whatever.
The scale is slight discomfort. None of her family can come here. I love this place.
Yeah.
And ice cream.
And ice cream. And people who find your ways more charming than anything else. Well, yeah, how does a place of not pure good, but a place that is guarded by something that is good, how does that affect you? How does that feel for you when you're in here?
He's looking at the light and he's looking at all the people around and he's just like, I feel like the sunscreen business would be really good here.
I look at you with cracks in my neck. What's sunscreen?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, he feels honestly pretty okay. I feel like Iris might be a bit more, not distraught, but more lethargic.
Yeah, and she indicates to you that while she's not in immediate active pain, she gets the impression that if someone turned the light up, she'd be in a lot of pain.
Okay.
So she's definitely staying hidden.
I dismiss her.
There you go. How about you, Dewey? How does this place feel for you?
Feels like any other place.
The innocence of the teenager.
Kind of warm.
It's clean. I like that.
So after about an hour, Sabachthani, if you're spending time at this tavern, just sitting and having a couple drinks of it's good wine, but it is wine.
Sabachthani's not that picky. Wine is fine for her. She is well versed in drinking whatever is appropriate to the situation.
All right. So you were looking for agents of Avernus or Dis?
Correct. Preferably Avernus, but if she can get somebody from somewhere else, she'll kind of take whoever happens to be around.
Okay. After about an hour, the bartender comes by to refill your cup and slips a piece of paper underneath your goblet.
Totally. Do that like gentle, like, thank you so much, and like palm a silver as the wine's getting refilled, and then once they've moved away, check the paper.
There is just a series of numbers on it that you recognize as the room number of a inn that is close to this tavern.
Don't have a lot of time. Got to be on that barge, so I fully just like toss back down the wine, leave the glass, leave payment and tip, head straight for the inn.
All right. And when there, you find the room, and do you have a coded knock that you use?
Probably. I'm sure there's some sort of knock that's... It's one of those things that she hasn't thought about in a particularly long time, but, it kind of comes back easily, where it's some combination of, like, a knock with a little spin of thaumaturgy to, like, throw it to a different location so you know...
In stereo.
Who's there, yeah. You respond to your own shave and haircut from the other side of the door.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shave and a warm world.
Dun dun.
Shaving a wormhole?
Wormhole. Composed by Hans Zimmer.
had to remember things.
Sorry. Not sorry.
I don't remember how to pronounce the level of hell that you're from.
Phleglathon.
Phleglathon, thank you. So the door opens, and it is very dark inside. The sort of dark of, I don't like that out there, with like blackout curtains. But as you're standing in the doorway, a lantern is lit. Well, I admit that I did not expect to see a representative of your level of hell come through here.
Well, sometimes you just coincidentally end up in places, and it seemed like a good time for a chat.
What manner of chat would you be interested in?
Well, that depends. How aware are you of the goings-on in the Nine from the last couple of weeks?
The last couple of weeks. Wow. I get news here and there. Is there something particular?
Well, I happened to be in attendance at a party that went rather southward. And I was curious if you might have any information as to why that party was called in the first place, because I was sent in blind and not particularly thrilled with that. And Sabachthani kind of like wipes at her cheek, almost like she's wiping makeup off, and the three like deep red scars that she re-entered the Shadowfell with reappear that have been masked.
Well, I'm sure you know that information like that comes at a cost.
I'm sure we can work something out. What does your master want these days?
Certain plans are in motion, and keeping them in motion is a great deal of what they want.
Certain plans that someone like my mother would not be taken kindly to?
Oh, certainly. It would tip the scales in favor of one party in the blood war.
Oh, well, in that case, I've got about an hour. How much do you want to talk?
I am interested in why you are interested.
Well, then that sounds like common ground, and Sabachthani will enter the room and kick the door shut behind her.
All right. And on that note, that's where we're going to end tonight. A little bit early, but we also came back from break a little bit early, so I'm all right with that. So thank you all so...
Thank you, Total Party Chill, for the raid.
I'm sorry I wasn't looking.
See ya!
It happens to all of us on the
We were having deep role play. Apologies.
It happens. It's great. It's fun. But thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Total Party Chill, for the raid. We do appreciate it. The goose says, honk. Thank you for watching. Give us a follow over here on Twitch. Give us a subscription on YouTube. Leave a comment. What do you think Sabachthani's up to? I mean, besides all of the usual machinations of hell.
I don't know why you think there's anything deeper than that.
Of course. Just so everyone knows who's listening on the podcast app, Spotify recently allowed you to rate podcasts on the app. So please go over there, give us a I don't think you can give a review, but give us a rating at least. And
You have to have listened to five
episodes, yeah. So help kick us up the ladder if you all like what you're hearing here. For the rest of this week, The Redacted Reports drops a new episode day after tomorrow. I'm proud of this one. Rime of the Frost Maiden is going to be back on January 22nd. They're going to be starting at 10 a.m. and ending whenever they kill the Frost Maiden, or the Frost Maiden kills them.
Tuesday.
Could go either way.
Or 6 p.m. because I got a date. What?
Look, it's good to have a cutoff.
Eight
means
hours.
We have to work efficiently.
8 hours.
The Frost Maiden just dunks on you.
5:30.
Given our track record, this might be an 8-minute long game. I'm just saying.
Probably, it seems very likely. And the final episode of Down Darker Trails is going to be running this Saturday, January 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific. So come and see what happens. Maybe we'll actually destroy this bloody tablet. We'll see if anyone survives it. My bet's on no. But we'll see. So, yeah, join us the rest of this week for some fantastic entertainment. And then we will be back here on Monday again with our own Laura, hopefully, back with us. So she will be rejoining y'all as you come back into Candlekeep.
Apparently, we're having callbacks.
Look, did you see what happened to us the last 2 weeks? Somebody needs to keep us in line.
You kidding? This was the best 2 weeks we've had.
Party ball!
That's a lie.
For those of you watching who have just joined us from Total Party Chill, we have a Kickstarter that is launching very soon. It's for the Deck of Inspiration. We've got a deck out in the mail to Devin already, so you guys can see what they do with it. But,
I'm sure he'll have fun with that.
go to it's perfect for their gauntlets.
Yeah.
So anyway, head over to Kickstarter. There's a link in the chat.
bit.ly QNC deck.
bit.ly/QNCDECK.
Exactly what I said, but spelled out.
Yes. Or you can click the link in the chat.
Yes.
Either one.
Either one, it works completely. So thank you again all so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.